Ba-da-ba-da. Hello! Welcome. If it isn't another Verac live stream. Number 2079. Hope you're all doing well. I'm feeling comfy. It's a comfy Sunday. Wait. Is it Sunday? No. It's Monday, isn't it? Oh my god, let me check the cat. It's Monday! That's how you know my sleep schedule's fucked up right now. It's a comfy sun Monday. And I'm having a great time. I've been working a lot. I've been staying up late. I have not been sleeping, which is why I thought it was Sunday. But I am in a good mood, because today I get to play Yakuza. I hope you're all doing well. This game does this really cool thing where whenever I Alt-tab out of it, if I want to check something, the audio goes away. But we're just going to deal with that. Today we're going to be playing Yakuza Like a Dragon, and it might not be for very long. We'll see. I'm working on a video, and I like the progress I've got going on it, so we shall see for how long it goes. Also, I think I saw... I scheduled this stream at like 5 in the morning when I was going to bed. Because I was like, okay, I know I want to get up and stream Yakuza. And I think it was, I want to say Resident Path? The guy, he has a rat avatar with a baguette. Gifted 5 memberships before the stream even started. I just scheduled it. I didn't even do anything to earn it yet, so, sorry if I got your name wrong, but thank you for doing that, whoever did that right when I scheduled it. And Wrigley for 5 months says, take my Sunday lunch money. Thank you for indulging me and pretending that it's Sunday, Wrigley. And Magma Fox for 5 gifted memberships as well. Thank you, Magma Fox. Drafting. I see a familiar name in one of those drafts. Bishop Taylor. Resident, yes, okay. Resident Path 992, thank you. Yes, that is the one. Thank you if you're listening back to this. People need memberships, not audio. So true, so true. Hello, Magma. Hello, Sammy. Thank you for all the drafted emojis. Verac, please play Yakuza Like a Dragon is best game. Well, we'll see. I've played Yakuza 0 and nothing else. I have watched people play the Yakuza games. I used to have a roommate. We were very good friends. Still are. And he was very into Yakuza. I would watch him play it a lot of the time. I think I watched him play Yakuza 0 before I ever played it, actually. So, today we're going to be trying out something different, because from what I've heard, Yakuza Like a Dragon is a different beast. It is not the traditional brawler, it is a turn-based RPG, to my understanding. And, we'll see. We'll see if it's, any good. Radical Button 39, member for 6 months, thank you. Says, hello, Verac, stop touching up your basement spider lady and stream for us. No. The basement spider lady is different from my wife, by the way. She's the one I keep, you know, in the garage. My basement spider lady, that's, you know, I found her in the woods. She's a different woman. Content for us. Let us give you money for more entertainment, funny man. Well, thank you, Radical Button. Thank you for being 6 months as well. Look at that. Fucking sexy 6 months icon. I'm glad you're entertained. And Coffee Grounds for Snorting gifted a membership as well. Hey, I haven't seen you in a while. I remember you said you had to miss the last couple streams. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for the gifted membership. Magma said, my mouth got one-shotted. It's too bad. Snack said, we'll dodge together and then immediately got gifted. Anyway. We're gonna be chilling today. Like I said, it might not be that long of a stream. Kind of depends on how much I like the game. If it really, really hooks me, we'll be playing for a while. Otherwise, I do want to continue work on this video. So, stream for probably at least an hour and see how we feel, huh? I have not even booted this game up one time, not even to test the audio. So it might be a little loud. Thank you for supporting Ryuga Gotoku Studio. Here's a gift on us. I got a legendary first aid kit. This is a work of fiction. All Kazuma Kiryus are not real. Chapter 1. Light in a Shadow.
Koko de atta ga 100年目。この顔を忘れたとは言わせないよ。駿河の国でお前さんに切られた呉服や伊右衛門とは、あたいのお父っつぁんのことさ。まさかあの時の小娘。ダメだね。敵討ちだけを望んで歩んだ旅ガラス。かねて備えた懐刀。幾度夢の中で抜いたことか。積年の恨み、今こそ晴らさん。チョコ材な、手ごめにしてやれ。女ごときに俺が切れると思っているのか。昨今江戸を騒がす辻斬り銀次の正体は。
Also, yes, I have Japanese voices on. Just seems appropriate for Yakuza. Come on. So dramatic.
バカな男だね。
バカな男だね。
辻斬り銀次は値なのさ。見ててくれたかい、おとっつぁん。
It's actually dead. Hey, Resurrection. What's up, bro? Whoa! Money necklace? Otoko da ne. This isn't the main character with the Eric Andre hair, is it? There's no way, right? Like, I know it's a guy, but it's not Eric Andre.
紙吹雪は切り終わったのかい？
いえ、まだ。
何ちんたらしてんだ。明日の朝には大阪に出発だよ。ちょっと人気が出ただけでもう看板気取りかい。
Ooh, got the abusive.
これっぽっちの金で勘違いも大概にしな。
Manager or mom or both.
生きがるんじゃないよガキのくせに。 なんだいその目つき。それが母親に対する
Yeah,
態度
okay.
かい？
Jesus.
今度は化粧じゃ隠せないくらい深くえぐってやろうか。
よさないか、ヨコ。
You wouldn't give him a scar, then you couldn't have him making money for you, bitch.
あんたに指図される筋合いはないよ。誰が工業を取ってきてると思ってんだい？トラちゃん。
トラちゃん。
今夜元町行かない？
いいのかい？
Damn.
構うもんか。
This is a fucking soap opera. Every single one of these Yakuza games I've ever seen, every cutscene is a fucking Japanese soap opera. The dramatic head turns. What? Nani? Oh, Masumi.
大丈夫か？
Daijoubu ka, Masumi. Ooh, that was the scar that makeup could cover.
明日トラックの中で父さんが切っといてやる。父さんな、芝居は三流だが紙吹雪を切らせたら一流って。
He referred to himself as father, but it's not in the subtitles.
だから今夜
Interesting.
は繰り出すぞ、横浜中華
He
街。
referred to himself as Tosan,
どうだ？
which means dad. Actually, the subtitles are wrong. I know because I can listen to moon runes. He looks so different when he's not in costume. Holy shit. He looks like he's 10 years
そう
old.
だ、マスミ。横浜の学校の友達にはちゃんとお別れ言ったのか？
Commit
友達なんて
Isekai
いないよ。
truck.
いつも1ヶ月で転校だからね。
Maybe. Is that what happens? I mean, these... Obviously, these are not the main characters. I'm half expecting one of these guys to get hit by an isekai truck. Terrible mother indeed.
よし、今日は奮発するか。見ろ、中華料理の王様、北京ダックだ。天日に干したアヒルを丸ごと釜で焼くんだ。表面の皮が
Where is Baka Mitai?
絶品らしい。
When do I get to sing karaoke? No more abuse stories.
いいんだよ。今日はどこ
いいんだよ。 Having someone who understands Japanese watch play a Japanese game will always be funny. I know just enough to catch little things like that. Just enough. My Japanese isn't great.
おいおい、マスミ。
おいおい。
メインディッシュ前に食いすぎなんじゃないか？こいつらは前座だ。看板役者がまだ来てないだろう。
わかってるよ。北京ダックが来る前に便所に行ってくれ。
Radical button 39 for $2. Thank you. This damn moon speak with your flair and difficult words. And your abusive moms. Cutting your face up. Thanks, Radical button. A gun! For dinner? Can't eat that. It's made out of metal. What are they gonna eat for dinner? Can't eat a gun. Oh no, Dad ate it all already. Now I'm gonna starve.
父さん
Dad, wake up, I'm hungry. You ate all of my gun. Wake up. How'd you get ketchup all over your face, Dad? You don't eat a gun with ketchup. Eat it with mustard. We gotta get you in the shower. Get you to bed. Oh shit. He turned into a rugged old man. Quite the difference. Masumi Arakawa, patriarch of the Arakawa family.
今世紀最後の昼飯でも行くか。なあ、イチ。
イチなら地回りに行かせましたよ。
Joe Sawashiro, captain of the family.
大晦日なのにか。
Dad, more like dad.
幌町に盆も正月もありませんよ。
Come on.
町が動いてるから取れるものは取る。
Innocence lost. Ages you instantly, that's right. That's what happened to Batman. Batman's mom and dad were served a gun on a silver platter in an alleyway.
Look at me, I'm trying to be Kazuma Kiryu.
Soon I will grow my hair out and learn to be my own man with turn-based combat. Oh shit, okay. Ah, the thrill of the chase. Navigate the city without bumping into obstacles by pressing the displayed inputs to catch up with your target. This is a quick time event. The distance gauge tracks how far away. Oh man, kinda wish I was using a controller now, but oh well. Doesn't seem like I have to hold W, I just have to turn. Oh. It seems like I can avoid doing the quick time input if I just... Okay, except for that one. The left and the right one, it seemed like I didn't have to do it as bad if I just actually moved. I don't know which buttons are gonna be used because the last time I played Yakuza 0 was on a controller, so I don't know what the, like, default inputs are. Is this the same map as... No! No, what? Oh, okay. Is it fine? That scream. Yeah!
パイセンさん、ヤクザの許可なしでこんなもんさばいて、ただで済むと思ってんの？いかがわしいもんじゃねえよ。
It's just fucking animals?
疑うなら再生してみろ。
What do you mean by that?
でもそれを裏っつって高校生に売るのはよくねえよな。
What do you mean by that? It's fucking animal. What do you mean by that?
それにこれっぽっち、お前らヤクザのしのぎに影響ねえだろ。
This is a bit of a... I like the way he's sitting on him right now. Okay, that looks more correct. He was straddling him and a little weird earlier. Also, side note, he keeps calling him Paisen, which is the same thing, if you've ever watched or read, Don't Bully Me, Nagatoro. She often calls her senpai Paisen. You're just reversing the word because it's a way to be like, I'm calling you senpai, but in an edgy, funny way that shows that I'm being irreverent. And they keep translating it as like, my man, which is, it's a way of doing it. It's legitimate. Most sane Yakuza character. What do you think he means? Well, that's why I was asking him. You know, I didn't want to believe it. Didn't want to believe it. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Hi, Remy. I'm surprised that I didn't start screaming that while I was running. I'll have to remember that for next time. Not my first time playing Yakuza in general. I played Yakuza 0. and I'm semi-familiar with some of the other games by watching them, but this is the first time I've played Like a Dragon. Ugh. Generally speaking, from my experience with Yakuza 0, the localization for what they do with the subtitles it's good enough. It's fine. I have no major complaints. I've heard whatever Yakuza game is in the news lately. Quite frankly, I don't care about that, because I got this on sale for $10, and I've been wanting to play it for a long time. So this is the only one I care about right now. Okay, I did hear it was turn-based, so this is what we're getting now. If you can select an attack again before a fallen enemy gets back up, a regular attack will change into a powerful opportune strike. Opportune strikes dish out the pain. Okay. The red gauge at the bottom is your energy, your health points, and recover by using items. Why not take this opportunity to take a bite of your onigiri now? Any flavor will do. Okay. Q. Okay, defending yourself. Hold escape. Escape? That's it for the tutorial. Okay. Oh, and one last thing. If there's anything like a bicycle or street sign near an enemy, a normal attack will change into a weapon attack. Oh. How do I... Can I, like, move to get near one of those? You told me about that and then you don't let me do it? I want to throw that bike. Yosh! So, as far as I can tell, this is using the exact same, like, everything as Yakuza 0. They just made it turn-based. That's the impression I'm getting. Ichiban Kasuga of the Andre family. Mitsuo Yasumura of the Arakawa family.
Oh, Mitsu, これ見てみろ。うひょー、結構えぐい額稼いでたんすね、こいつ。こいつ、昔から悪い知恵だけはたげてんだ。でもやりましたね。今日のしのぎのノルマ、一発で達成じゃないですか。何言ってんだ？これは高校生に返してやれ。え？せっかく取った金を？そうだよ。
そうだよ。
わざわざこいつに騙されたガキを全員見つけて、そうだっつってんだろ。
It's so fucking corny. Sorry, it's just the way this thug guy enunciates everything and the way his face moves. It's so like hamming it up. Yeah. It's like, don't fucking touch me. Oh, sorry. Numbers. I failed math. I empathize. Coffee grounds. Math has never been my favorite either. That's what Asian crime films are like, though. Oh yeah, I know. When I was with my host family in Japan, it's very common in Japan for people to have TVs in, like, little tiny TVs in the front of the car, like right on the dashboard. I don't know how that's safe or why, but my host dad would always be playing these fucking Japanese soap dramas as we were driving around. They look exactly like this. They look and sound exactly like this. Every shot, every like twist of the head, every face movement. That's gotta be why it's turn-based, because he's imagining it as Dragon Quest. That's really funny. Yay, down with math. Yakuza desu yo. Hey, Vinny! 2 gifted memberships. Thank you, Vinny. Hope you enjoy some Yakuza. Yakuza like a pal. Is there a dragon pal that could be named for the title instead? Oh, what's that ice dragon one I caught at the end of my stream? Chillet? Chile? Yakuza like a Chile.
ソープランドの事務所で一人ずーっと遊んでいたガキの頃の話。
So he's a Yakuza who has holed himself up in a soapland playing Dragon Quest.
人生の教材ってやつですか。なんか俺もやりたくなってきたな。
That's actually a really funny premise. It's a really funny idea for why they could make it turn-based, because that's how he sees the world.
そうでしたね。
そうでしたね。
じゃあ、俺この金返してきますね。ああ、終わったらタバコ屋の前でお茶をぜ。よし。
Like a brood lord. Yeah, that's right, Vinny. Draft it. Thanks again.
竹雄のおっちゃん、元気かい？
竹雄じちゃん。
おかげさまでな。スナック道夫のママがお前のことを探してたぜ。一に店に来てほしいってよ。道夫ママが？俺に何の用だ？それは知らんがね。とにかく伝えたぜ。ママが何かのトラブルに巻き込まれたのかもしれねえ。
Yakuza like a Dragon Quest. That's kind of what it seems like. So I have not looked into the story at all. The impression I'm getting is that he's like trying to be stereotypical Yakuza. I mean, he's obviously like, he kind of looks like knockoff Kazuma Kiryu, the way he's dressed and his haircut and everything right now from Yakuza 0. So I'm guessing it's going to be one of those things where it's like, you need to learn how to be yourself, be your own Yakuza, be your own man. It's okay to be a Yakuza and also like Dragon Quest. Grow your hair out. Grow your hair out and go to karaoke and sing Dame Dane. Narrator, it's not. That's okay. I am perfectly fine being wrong about that. I'm just saying that's my first impression. Not saying anything about the story. Schizophrenia. Coffee grounds? I've heard multiple people say that. I always thought they were joking based on like how he interprets the world for turn-based combat. Does he actually have schizophrenia? Is he not actually a Yakuza? Does he just think he's one? Uh-oh. Man down. I didn't think it would give me options. Help out is called sternly. Bitch, what are you doing? Day drinking.
ほら言わんこっちゃねえ
You messy old broad.
飲みすぎは本当に危ねえんだぞ何かあったらどうすんだよ
I got passion, level
なん
1.
だろういい加減にしねえと本当に死んじまうぜ
悪かったよ。ありがとうね。
It's like 10 a.m., lady. Give it a rest. Go to bed. Kasuga's personality may improve depending on his actions. These traits represent Kasuga as a person, and refining them will earn him a slew of perks and bonuses, such as unlocking new features or characters to talk to. Interesting. Okay. Little different from the other Yakuza games. You got passion, confidence, charisma, kindness, intellect, and style. So I'm guessing if I helped her up, I would have gotten kindness, but I scolded her and helped her back up, so I got passion. I actually helped her back up either way, but I did it in a slightly scolding way, so I got passion. Only drink in the morning if you work night, lady. She probably drinks all night, too. It is neat, isn't it? Nice work, agent. Now hide the body. Amazing. Fantastic work. This is why you're the best, boss. Kieran's good, too.
詳しくはわからんが、ソープなんだからいろいろあるだろう。客と女の
Soap lands are sketchy, man.
早く行ってやれ。わかった。
I don't remember if I've talked about it on stream before, but when I lived in Japan, I was constantly avoiding certain areas because they're just filled with how should I put this? Women of the night. What are you doing? What's going on, big guy? Okay, you're stuck in a corner. And when I first was moved there and didn't know what I was doing or where I was going, I would just be like walking to go get groceries late at night after work. And some scantily clad mistress would be saying, "Oh, Oni-chan, kite," saying, come here, bro," basically. And I'm like, I don't trust you. I wouldn't trust you normally, but it doesn't help that you have two giant guys in suits standing next to you with sunglasses, despite it being 10 p.m. I was like, this seems like a Yakuza operation. No, I don't speak Japanese, sorry. Nihongo, hane-samasen, gomen, sorry.
Oh, Ichi.
Oh, Ichi.
大変なことになっちまったよ。どうした？店の便所が詰まっちまってよ。でも
Shit rooter? Excuse me? トイレのすっぽん？
荒川組の事務所にないか？あったら貸してくれよ。ふざけんな。
ふざけんな。
なめてんのか。なんだよその言い方は。
I have a feeling that he's not actually Yakuza, and that he's actually a bad plumber who plays Dragon Quest. Guess I should get the damn plunger. Maybe the old lady at the smoke shop's got one. Gotta go, I'm throwing up again. Oh no. Sorry to hear that, Squid. Get some rest. I know what that means, but it always sounds like video game class or a word for ninja. What, Lady of the Night? Or what did I say? Shit, Rooter is the model name. Come on, you gotta pay your taxes. What tax? New Year's Eve tax, buddy. I mean, cigs and beer have a luxury tax on them, don't they? So good times on New Year's cost a little extra too.
Oh, why would I pay that to you then?
Just get out of your goddamn wallet. The lamest shit I ever heard.
Oh.
Get out of here, you little punks. Huh? Who the hell are you? Oh god, I can't read all this. There's too much dialogue.
Lowlifes like you give Kamurocho a bad name, not to mention all of the Yakuza and the crime and the everything else, but it's you hooligans also give a bad... It's all a big problem. Anyway, grrr, get off your fucking high horse. Select skills unleash your special attacks. Ooh. Attack, recovery, and support. Got quick time events, opportunities to press the extra damage, mental points to activate. Okay. Wait. C and Z. What is this fucking control scheme? Okay. Tenacious Fist. Ooh. Just the way this game looks, I have the muscle memory from Yakuza 0 where I really want to be doing, like, dodging and stuff, but I can't. Press escape in time with the enemy's attack to perform a perfect guard. Ooh. Okay, so I do have a little bit of an option, but I can't literally, like, have free movement. Okay. I want to... act. How do I... No, it's forcing me to use a skill again. Did not have the timing down for that block. Jesus. Alright, one more time. Dame. Sit the fuck down. Considering it only deals 1 and 3 damage, I honestly don't think I'm even worried about trying to time that thing. Whoa! Job experience? What? What job? Shit rooter? Kamurocho's dangerous. Take it easy, bro. You're a stereotypical nerd wearing glasses. You can't do fun things, idiot. Get out of here. Being a Yakuza, I guess. Verac, best gamer. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Easy game. Exactly. Magma Fox gifted a membership as a reward for me getting job experience and being a very scared-looking man. Thanks, Magma Fox. I didn't even say hi. Just walk up to this old lady and she's saying, "Toire no spam?" What do you, like, why do we have to go talk to people to find a plunger? Go to the store. You can't afford a plunger? Talking to people about plungers is the Yakuza way, Verac. That's my ninja way.
言葉に気づけろ。若は俺と
Harassing old women who run cigarette stores for plungers instead of buying them at the store. You know, the normal store. That's my ninja way. I'm gonna become Hokage, king of the Yakuza. I can't afford a plunger right now. Baba.
お疲れ様です兄貴。
お疲れ様です。
なあ、ミツ。高校生に金返してきたが。
はい。随分と感謝されちゃいましたよ。
That lady got no chill.
喜んでる場合ですか。
And I respect her for that.
次のしのぎで上がり出さないと、今日こそ頭に殺されますよ。
Why do these games have the character run like they need to drop a lot? Because that's their Yakuza way.
闇金から50万借りたっきり1円も返済してねえ男です。しかもヤクザが脅してもびくともしない野郎らしくて、他の組が手を焼いていた債権をうちが買い取ったんです。
よし。ほんじゃ荒川組の威厳にかけて
My Yakuza way until I become the Patriarch Kage. Get my giant schizophrenic head on the wall next to the other Patriarch Kages. You know that giant fucking Mount Rushmore thing they have in the Leaf Village? What's this guy's name? Kasuga? Get Kasuga's giant head on there. I was actually, speaking of Naruto, I had never watched Naruto Shippuden before. I had only watched the original series, which I was a fan of at the time. Still hold fondness for it, even if I don't think it's very good. This is literally me when I'm watching Naruto Shippuden. That looks really good. And I was watching the first few episodes, and I was like, man, they made Gaara look like a dumbass. Because there's like an impending threat coming to the Sand Village for the first like 4 episodes, and they keep cutting to Gaara, and they're like, Gaara, you're the leader of the Sand Village now, what do we do about this threat? And every time the camera is on him, it's just slowly zooming in on him while he says nothing and stares. But I think they're trying to make it look like he's coming across as cool and like handling it, but it goes on for so many episodes that it just makes him look like he's a, like, mute idiot. Doesn't know what's happening around him. It just made him look so dumb. Did you like the jankiest best animation of the pain fight? I'm only a few episodes in, but I know what you're talking about. A friend of mine who really likes Naruto always uses that image in memes. The one where he's like, my pain is far greater than yours, and it's a huge smear frame. This guy could definitely beat the shit out of you. I don't know why you're trash talking him right now.
他の組には通じたかもしれねえが、債権が荒川組に回った以上覚悟すんだな。痛い目に遭いたくなければ財布置いて。
Yeah, could you not tell that from when he was sitting?
やめんじゃねえぞこら。返せねえもんは返せねえ。そんだけだ。
そんだけだ。
相変わらずでっけえな。
でっけえな。
誰だてめえ。
ガキの頃よくあんたにプロレスごっこしてもらったよ。あんた
My hidden village will have hundreds of feet tall monuments to mark where Yeah, right, to see it at a distance. Talking about Naruto Shippuden makes me depressed because of how it goes. Yeah, I've heard as much from people who enjoy the series a lot. One Piece is greater than Naruto, what? Sammy, you're smoking crack. I mean, well,
I think I agree with you, but in my heart, Naruto is greater than One Piece. Does that make sense? I think One Piece is probably objectively a better series than Naruto, but because I watched more Naruto growing up than I did One Piece, Naruto is greater in my heart. So we played Naruto fighting games, and it's great.
あんたは相手に手荒な真似はしたくねえんだよ。わかるだろう？大人になってまでパワーボムで俺に泣かされたくねえってか？ちげえよ。
Man, I noticed this in Yakuza 0 as well. Characters love talking, and they love saying words with 3 times the amount of sentences than they need to get the scene across. Oh Jesus, he has a weapon? He was already big. Ore, ore. Baby. Okay. Okay, so I don't have to actually try. They wound him up to be this giant fucking threat, and then he wastes his turn. Oh, 11 damage. Oh. Oh no, he stunned me for 11 damage. Oh no. It lasts for 2 turns? How long does the fucking stun last for? Yakuza, maybe that's screen shake. I know, right? Yeah, where did he get a sledgehammer? I don't know. Anime fighting games slap across the board. I'll have to reserve a number 2 to 3 to get through. Oh, it took me a whole year to get through all of Naruto. I'll have to reserve another 2 to 3 to get through One Piece. Jesus Christ. I was actually shocked when I went to Japan and discovered how popular One Piece was there. They had like, there was like a little amusement park I went to that had One Piece like rides and booths and stuff. And I remember thinking like, oh wow, like One Piece is still going. I had no idea. Like in my mind, because I had left behind a lot of those shonen shows when they were popular, like I didn't watch Shippuden. In my mind, they all ended. Like Bleach ended, Naruto was basically on its last legs. I figured One Piece was over, but no, it was huge and it's still going strong. Naruto is not good. I agree, but I love it anyway. Does that make sense? If I alt-tab, what is going to happen right now? Oh, it's gonna pause the whole fucking thing. Well, they have a word count they need to hit. Spend years playing Storm 4. Oh yeah, Naruto Ninja Storm. I don't remember the names of all of the games, but I know I've played at least 2 or 3 different Naruto fighting games. Yeah, that's screen shake. That is prime Yakuza. We're gonna add a little screen shake effect to make it look dramatic. Is that what it looks like when you lack proficiency with a weapon? As someone who just beat Baldur's Gate 3 yesterday, I was trying to do an honor mode run and I fucked up, so I kept doing it on Tactician. Just for the hell of it. Got the Tactician achievement. Might play it again to good honor mode again. Yes, there's proficiency. Bleach is being brought back? What? A lot of talking, so you mean every piece of Japanese media. I don't know if I'd go that far, but it's definitely Yakuza. Yakuza is very, very much like a Japanese soap opera, so there is a lot of talking.
Don't care for Dragon Ball Z, but I like the game. See, I love Dragon Ball Z. Loved past tense. Modern DBZ is not good. But Dragon Ball Fighters is really good. And I do like classic Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball is okay. I like Dragon Ball Z. Hey Verac, hi. You could not put a gun to my head to make me watch Boruto. I hear that sentiment from a lot of people, which is why I don't know how Boruto exists and, like, is a series, because I don't know who it's for. Like, I taught kids in Japan. None of them knew or cared about Boruto. They all wanted, you know, My Hero Academia and Demon Slayer. So if Boruto isn't for kids, is it for old Naruto fans? Like, I don't think it appeals to them either. I don't know who it's for. Now, if only they would make a show about Boruto's dad, that would work. That could be an interesting series, don't you think? A Boruto's dad show? Who knew Monday streams have lower viewer counts? Yeah, it's a Monday, I figure. I'm not going for thousands of viewers on a Monday. Like I said, this is a comfy Sunday stream. Maybe they make Boruto to launder money. That's not out of the question. Not making any accusations, but not impossible. It's for the company suits who won't let the series go. I mean, I guess. I'd be curious to see if the series even is profitable. Because again, I don't know who's buying it. Yo, new sub after watching your Faster Than Light vid, and I like your vibe. Thanks. By any chance, were you on the Faster Than Light General years back on a Mongolian basket weaving forum? Maybe. I used to be more frequent on the Chinese cartoon website. Not all the time, even back then, but lately I just go there once in a blue moon to see if there's any good memes. There's anything funny. A lot of that forum has, not just that board, but the entire website as a whole, in my opinion, has deteriorated. Half of it seems to be people using it to farm Reddit karma and just making up shit so that they can post it on Reddit, which is really lame. And another half of it is just people being, like, way too unnecessarily angry. I don't feel like it used to be that way. Like, people were salty, but it's a different beast now, and it's just not as comfy as it used to be, so I don't go there as often. Not out of the question, just not as often. Hey, I made the thread sometimes. Well, how about that? Yeah, Faster Than Life, it's a comfy game. Comfy threads with it. Faster Than Light classic video. I know. You remember when I used to make videos? I actually have one in the works right now. I'm feeling pretty good about it, but it might be a little different than my past ones. Might not perform as well, but we'll see. Sometimes you gotta just make a video for you, huh? I haven't seen him today. Oh, okay. New people came in and the whole field's changed. Other better places for effort posting nowadays, right? Yeah, basically. It was always turbo pervs and maniacs. To some degree, yeah, but I think it was a little less force. There was a little more brevity back in the day, I feel.
すいません。
Is it a BG3 vid? Maybe. I don't want to say. I'll jinx it. Do you not shill gamer subs? Of course I do. It's in the description. Wait a second. Wait a second. Gamer subs? The place where you can use code Verac for 10% off? That website? I start laughing every time I say it because I can't even believe what I'm saying. I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm being so brazen about it. But that's part of what makes it funny for me, is just coming out right with it like that. 10% off? Oh, that is the biggest oh whoa I've ever seen. That's right, Resurrection, 10% off! 5% off? No, 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 no. Dimitri, you misunderstand. It's double that. It's double that. It's 10% off. Oh, coffee grots, yes. The pog rack, 10% off. That's right. Oh! You have your own flavor now? I wish. We'll get there. We'll get there. That's right. A whole 10%? Do you think they would like gamer subs in the Yakuza universe? No, not doing that. My name is Costiga Eric Andre, and I love using gamer subs the code Verac for 10% off. You have your own flavor now, and that's why you're hyping up gamers. Oh, I see what you're saying now. 11% off. No, no, you misunderstand. You misunderstand. 11% off. All I need is one more order on gamer subs. They can bump it up to 11%. That's a lie. I'm just joking. Just in case anyone thought. How are they profitable with this discount? I know, I'm selling them out of house and home. All of their money is funneled directly into Dograk's food bowl. They have no money to produce any more gamer subs, because it all goes into my dog's belly. Not the gamer subs, the money. She just eats the money raw. We don't give her dog food. She eats dollar bills. Magma Fox for $5. Thank you. Says, I'm still waiting for my gamer subs because I ordered a shaker cup. So one of the new season ones I saw they came out with those. Well, I hope it arrives soon, and thank you for the $5. You'll have to tell me which one you got. Ordered it with my discount, thank you. I'm gonna be real, I have not been paying attention at all to the story for the last like 5 minutes. I've been thinking about Naruto. I've been thinking about Naruto and Dragon Ball and Faster Than Light. And gamer subs. Inject it here? Your arms work. Inject it yourself. You're not lying, are you, about my waifu cups being 10% off? No! Everything in the store is 10% off. If it's not working for specific cups, that should not be the case. Ugh, this is what it feels like to inject 10% off your entire order on gamersucks.gg/Verac. Oh, the discount is flowing into my blood. That's right, Resurrection 10% off, and then it kills you. 10% off of adrenaline on GamerSup, yes, and then it makes you stand up from your wheelchair. I wouldn't mind if the GamerSup jokes continues all stream. Well, good, I'm glad. I'm almost starting to annoy myself, so we'll see how long I can tolerate it for. I have not been paying attention either. I've been reading chat and listening to. That's what I'm doing too, and it's my own stream. That's right, with code Verac, he saved money and he can walk again. Confirmed to cure paralysis, that's right. See, this is why I fucking hate video games. Why? Julian. Why? Because they appeal to the male fantasy. This is why I fucking hate video games. They just appeal to the male fantasy of being a schizophrenic Dragon Quest enjoyer who thinks he's a Yakuza but is actually a plumber and watches Naruto and yells at old alcoholic women when they fall down on the floor, and they give drugs to people in wheelchairs, and then they go to a hostess club, and this analogy is not working anymore. Your face model looks a lot like that young guy from the start of the game with the cutscene where he was dressed up for the play. Is it one of the escorts, Coco / Kei-san? I think that's in a later Yakuza game. I don't think it was this one. This came out in 2020. This was when Coco was still streaming. In fact, I think she reacted to this game or played it or something. Oh. Oh! Yeah, Kasuga heard me and replied. I think it might have been the one after this one. Not the most recent one, but the one after this one. Oh. Wow, he's healed. Dumbass, I'm not a slave. Masato-san a civilian. Why does he need Yakuza? No one asked you. Now, where's Yumino-san? I have to play Dragon Quest with him. Sorry, but you probably find her faster if you look for a toilet. Excuse me, sir, have you found a plunger anywhere nearby? I still need one. Oh, give me a break. I'll find a plunger myself. By the way, do you have any more drugs I can inject into handicapped people? Just wondering. That probably sounds fucking unhinged out of context. Play Yakuza like a dragon. You'll get it. Dograk has arrived. Let her in. I want to see her. Come here. Oh, Jesus. Jumping on me. Hello. Oh, I haven't seen you for like a few hours. Wow, that's like forever. You probably thought I abandoned you forever. So happy to see me again. Alright, get out of here. Here, I'll give you... You can have a hug, you can take it away from me. All the dog rack emojis. Alright, let me see real quick. Oh, we had 1,000 yen from Resonant Path. Thank you. Says, good morning. I sent 5 gifted subs last night in pre-chat, and I was wondering if this actually went through. It did. I saw it, and I was like, holy shit. I didn't even do anything to earn this yet, but thank you. Also, this game is incredibly accurate. I do drugs with people in wheelchairs all the time. Well, I want to say I'm glad to hear that, but I don't know if I'm glad to hear that, I think. I did just say that I also need drugs for people in wheelchairs, so I guess we're in the same boat, huh? Maybe even in the same wheelchair. Thank you, Resident Path, for the gifted subs and the 1,000 yen. Much appreciated. Okay, so I'm looking for a specific hostess, I think. Oh. Good thing I didn't have to look long.
謝る必要なんてないさ。逆に客がスカスカだったら僕が気を使ってしまうだろ。なんだ君は。
なんだ君は。
まあ、なんつうか、そちらの女性をお迎えに。
ちょっといっちゃん。
みたいに。
お店が決めた順番を守るべきでは。
まあ、固いこと言わないでくださいよ。今回はひとまずこっちが先ってことで。悪いね。
What do you need? Am I gonna fight him? Fight him in the hostess club?
どういうロジックで話してるんだ？
なんだと？
話にならん。
なんだとこれ？わかるように話せってんだ。
何が紳士的だ。揉めてんじゃねえか、バカ野郎。
バカ野郎。
すみません。
お騒がせしました。でもこいつも
I'm sorry for the trouble. My friend, he's stupid.
ない？
ああ、店が決めた順番ってのは建前だ。水商売で客を全員同じに扱えってのは結局無理がある。使う金が桁違いの
Glad you enjoyed that, Remy.
資本
Can the dog get 10% off gamer subs too? This is important. Well, you see, the dog does not get 10% off gamer subs because she doesn't know how to use a computer. But the 10% off that everyone else gets, you know, if 10 people buy gamer subs, they each get 10% off using my code Verac on gamersubs.gg/Verac, and on their entire order, no less. And then, if 10 people use the code, it combines into 100% because it's 10%, and then that 100% is 100% of dog treats that go into her mouth. That's how it works. I got lost in my own thought there. That's what this game is doing to me right now. Oh, she denied me. Oh, please, I insist. How about, oh, get to the fucking fight already. Times are tough. You gotta share the wheelchair. Yeah, we're in the same boat. We're in the same wheelchair. Same difference. Sorry, my friend is a Dragon Quest fan. Oh god, that just reminds me, like, the whole fucking Pal World thing. Like, I actually, as people who watch the stream from me playing Pal World know, I have my criticisms of Pal World, but I overall enjoyed it. I think it's a fun game. But you gotta admit, when I feel like there was some sort of argument I saw going on where people were saying like, oh, it's not inspired by Pokemon, it's inspired by Dragon Quest. Just made me think of that. Like, okay, dude. let's be real, okay? It's not fucking Dragon Quest, it's Pokemon. Anyway, I just thought of that. If we scale that to 1,000, we get money back. Well, Dograck gets 1,000% of everyone's money. Does that make sense? This is how math works. Advanced Verac theory. This is what they teach in colleges. How many percentage points do you need until it fills Dograck's belly? Pal World is inspired by Pokemon? I am shook. I know. Not everyone knows this. Pal World is inspired by Yakuza? There's not enough talking for that to be true, Coffee. You see, Pal World has gameplay, and Yakuza it's a movie.
いや、初めて。で、夢野さん、プレゼント何だったんですか？何言ってんの？私はこうやって来てくださっただけで十分よ、本当に。
本当に。
相変わらずラブラブですね。
ラブラブ。
私もマサトさんみたいな彼
Fun fact, the word she just used was literally love love in English, but spoken in Japanese, and the syllables don't work out that well. And they translated it as, you two are so cute, but literally she said, oh my god, you guys are in such dabu dabu. What is this fucking... This music? Oh my god. The sexy music. A cooler playable movie is Asura's rap, other than making you buy the ending. Well, that sucks. But I have heard that Asura's rap is really cool. It's a beat 'em up, and you're like a big, like, molten guy, and you punch really fast, like Fist of the North Star. Her mom has the same hand towel. Haha, he gifted a lame gift. Let's talk about it for an hour. Can I play the video game, please? I'm tired of watching the Japanese soap opera. I feel like fucking Fresh Prince in that episode where their house gets robbed. And he comes in and he's like, well, at least we still have each other. Wait a minute. Wait a video games. Wait a video games. Oh, I can't breathe. Oh. Dez watching while driving. What the fuck? I didn't tell you to do that. If you get in a crash, it's your own liability. But hello, Dez. Yes, and I agree with Magma. Stop dodging the draft. He's not a dragon at all. Wait a second, this game is false advertising. Resonant Path for 500 yen. Thank you. It says, what? You don't like the eloquent soliloquies each character gives every time they find a used needle in an alleyway? Why are you even playing this? I know. Well, okay. I'm complaining a little bit, but to be clear, I am enjoying myself. I have not written this off as a bad video game, but I think undeniably there is a lot of fucking talking, and it does not... It could have been made slightly more brief, but I guess this is the point of the Yakuza game. So people like these games because they want to, you know, see the emotion. And the characters, oh my god. I can't believe he said that in front of her because of his gift. All the connections, the drama. What are video games? Pesh Prince. Pesh Prince is one of my favorite YouTube poops of all time. That series, Fesh Pins. You swindled me. I think I overdid it. Some wingman I am right now. Hey, I'm on the toilet right now. Can you? Oh, okay. Is that in his memory or what? I thought the woman was talking to him like right there. Can we fight our way out of the club boss? We need some gameplay. I agree. We play it for Majima. Where is he? I would love it if Majima would show up right now and start screaming and spinning around with a knife. Yakuza, continuing Metal Gear Solid's tradition of 10% gameplay that is the best ever, but 90% cutscene. Fun fact, I have only ever played... Oh, is it the first one? It's the one that's on like the NES or the SNES Metal Gear Solid. The one that's not anything like anything else in the entire series and was just like the first one Konami put out. That's the only one I've played, and Revengeance, but I don't think Revengeance counts to like the main story per se. I know everything I know about Metal Gear from Newgrounds Flash animations. A real rendered cutscene? Hold on, this one might actually be cool. Okay. It's not exactly explosive. He's just washing his hands. Dragon Quest. 何言ってるの?
若
おう。用足しは済んだのか。
Young master, were you listening to me pee?
俺は帰るから。
You know, you could just like hand that to me in my hand. You don't have to like throw it on the floor with all the water and the shit and the piss. I have to be dramatic. Ugh. Karen. Poop money. Colonel. I'm trying to buy a plunger, but all of my money already has poop on it from the bathroom floor. How can I fix the toilet and not get poop on my hands? Revengeance counts. Okay. I just meant it like as far as Metal Gear games go that have Snake in them, I haven't really played one. I played the demo for, what was it? Metal Gear Solid 5? The last one? Is it 5? The one where they replaced the voice actor, David Hayter? I don't know why they did that. I like David Hayter's Snake voice. It's iconic. But I watched my roommate play that one a lot, and I tried it out a little bit when it came out. And I thought it was fun. Revengeance is like a totally different game though, so I meant more like, people talk a lot about like Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3 and 4, Twin Snakes, whatever, and I have not played those. Which I know to some people is heresy, but it's just the way it is. Maybe I should play them sometime. If I was going to play one Metal Gear Solid game on stream, what would be the most fun one to play? Do you think? I've heard 2 is really good, but obviously most of it you don't even play as Snake. I do like Raiden, but like I already know him from Revengeance, so it might be nice to actually play as Snake. So maybe like 3 or 4? Snake Eater. Which one is that? Is that 3? I know there's... Is it Metal Gear Solid 2 and then Twin Snakes and then Guns of the Patriots? Snake Eater is 3. Okay. See, I get all the names mixed up because I haven't really seriously played them or looked at them before. Most of my initial Metal Gear knowledge came from watching Newgrounds Flash animations, primarily the Metal Gear Awesome series. Metal Gear Awesome 2, made by Egoraptor, aka Mr. Game Grump. Throwing those N-words loud and proud in his awesome animation. He probably does not care for those animations anymore, but they are very nostalgic for me. Please, God, no, I don't want to go back to the office yet. Can I do something else, please? Twin Snakes is a remake of the first Metal Gear Solid? What? How did I never know that? Okay. My mind is blowing up right now. Hold on. Hold on for like 2 seconds. I just want to look real quick. Metal Gear Solid series. I just want a list that shows me which one is which, so that I'm not stumbling over it, because everyone in chat is suggesting different games, which is good. That's what I asked for. I'm glad you guys did that, but I still don't know what order they're in. So let's see. At least according to Wikipedia, we got Metal Gear, which came out in 1987. I'm guessing that's the one I played. Yes. Yes, that is the one I played. The very first Metal Gear. What is this for? Fucking Famicom? So what was it? It had to have been NES? Yeah, Nintendo Entertainment System. I got that game. I got that game. I got that in a retro game store years ago, probably like a decade ago for, I bet I got it for like $1. Then we had Snake's Revenge. It's funny how this is just a blatant Snake Plissken ripoff, but the director of that movie just didn't care because he was like, oh, I think Hideo Kojima's cool. Metal Gear Solid 1998. Okay, so that's really like the first one in my mind that I was thinking of. I was thinking of the Solid series. So then 2 is Sons of Liberty. Wait, Twin Snakes. Okay, so that's the remake. And then Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater. Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops for the PSP. Metal Gear Solid 4 is Guns of the Patriots. And then Peace Walker, Revengeance, Ground Zeroes. What the fuck is Ground Zeroes? Is that just the demo for Phantom Pain? Well, anyway. Sorry for that tangent. I was just really curious for a second. Fucking chat on OBS is not showing. There's a bunch of chats that I didn't see while I was on that tangent, and it didn't load. There they go. John Carpenter loves old video games, apparently. Apparently, yeah. Ground Zero was the almost demo of Phantom Pain. I feel like I played some sort of thing on Xbox when it came out. It might have been Ground Zero. Like, you could play it for free, and it only lasted like 5 minutes or something. I love Kurt Russell. Was he the... Oh, I forget. Is Kurt Russell Snake Plissken, or is he the guy that got to replace David Hayter for the voice? I'm mixing up all my names right now. I want to do karaoke. I'm tired of listening to other people talk. I want to talk into a microphone. Club Sega. Escape. Okay. All we got is video games. I'm already playing a video game. I don't need to play a video game in a video game. Okay, this'll do. Bakayaro! Maji fuzakenna. Teme. Alright, let's check this out. Okay. It's a slot machine. It's a fucking slot machine. Is this pachinko? No, this is an actual slot machine. Wow, these look like real renders of slot machines that probably exist in real life and paid a good sum of money to be here. What? Stop. No. Stop it. No. Redland Path 992 for 500 yen. Thank you. Let me just scroll up because Yakuza being dumb right now. Man, these streets are empty. Last time I went to a major Japanese city, cars and people were everywhere, and it took me forever to get around. Yes, if this is supposed to be a major Japanese city, these streets should, like, literally be packed with people. You should have to be, like, doing the Assassin's Creed, Ezio, like, blend into the crowd thing everywhere. But no, it has the mood of, like, a much smaller city, like, it's not quite Tokyo, it's more like Fukuoka or something. Not that Fukuoka is small, but just relatively. I don't think this is even Tokyo. Fuck, what's it called? What is this place called? Kamurocho. I forget where Kamurocho is exactly. I think it's part of Tokyo or nearby it. Anyway. Magma Fox for $5, thank you. Says, how much money do I have to donate for you to stream Metal Gear Survive? You mean the really bad one that everyone keeps telling me that they, like, fucked Kojima out of his series and then made that instead? Are you telling me you want to give me money because it's really bad and you want to see me suffer? Or do you like it and you're trying to convince me? What's the story, Magma Fox? What's the story? I'm listening. Let me get OBS back up. I think Osaka? No, that can't be, because Kamurocho is... In Yakuza 0, I thought Kamurocho is Kazuma Kiryu's haunt, and then you go to Osaka for Majima Goro, I want to say. Even now and then, I like to see people suffer. You bastard. Play Revengeance. Life good. Konami fight back. Kill Kojima. Think about Kojima. Play survive. Regret. Yay! Rendered cutscene!
今日兄貴がきちっと締めました。あれだけやられりゃもう勝手な商売はしないっす。で、そいつからいくら取れたんだ？それは。
By the way, Aniki means big bro. But quite often people don't translate it as that literally, the same way that they don't bother translating like the san suffix as Mr. or Mrs. because it just sort of looks clunky when you put it out literally. So they just type it out as Aniki and they make you assume it's a nickname if you don't know what it means. I mean, it kind of is a nickname in a way, so it works. I doubt he's literally his big brother, so it figures. Guy Fury is intimidated. Eric Andre is next! MA? Yeah, I know. Okay. It's just... let's see. Media Ghost on Streamlabs for $373. Thank you. Very specific amount. Thank you, Media Ghost. So how does it feel to play as the Japanese Eric Andre clone? Well, I'm getting slapped around, but other than that, it's great. Eric Andre needs to man up, get a spine, and slap this guy back. He could take this guy. He could take this fucking guy. But thank you, Media Ghost. Uh-oh, he's gonna cut his fingy off. Hey, Mr. Streamer, what does Kaikaku mean? Actually, it's Keikaku, and it means plan. I learned that from Death Note. No, not my fingy. I need that to buy a plunger. How will I pay money without one of my fingies? Oh, hey, it's the geisha play guy. Except now he's old and badass. And he has a glove. I wonder if he has a prosthetic hand. Super cool. Magma, the answer to how much to play Survive would be I don't want to. So no. I appreciate the effort, but I don't want to torture myself. We haven't gone full Eric yet. Yeah, when does he grow his hair out? When does he start a Adult Swim comedy show? He's going for 500. Do not super chat me 500, Magma. I'm not playing Survive. I can't. Okay, you better. Mr. Streamer, what does Yakuza mean? Is that a name? Well, you see, young man, Yakuza actually just means Dragon Quest player. So if you've ever played Dragon Quest, you're part of the Yakuza. And you should go to Japan and tell people that you're part of the Yakuza. And it'll go really well for you, I promise. Lifetime. Hi, Suppressor. Did you know that if you go to Japan and tell people that you are part of the Yakuza, that they will like that? And be okay with it. And you will not be treated with suspicion, especially if you are a foreigner. My experience in Japan is that if you're a foreigner, as long as you're polite and you mind your business and you don't go screaming in public and making a fool of yourself, everyone will treat you very well. But if you go up to people and say, "Hello, I am Yakuza. Can I buy a plunger?" Perhaps they'll be a little more confused. I have a tattoo. I don't even need to do that. It says Coffee Grounds. Coffee Grounds, if you have a tattoo, I'm sorry, my friend. You will not be allowed in many Japanese hot springs, unfortunately. It's just the way it goes. I love hot springs, and I would go there all the time when I was living there. So relaxing, feels so good. But when I would go with some of my other foreigner friends, we couldn't go to certain ones because certain hot springs are okay with it, but a lot of them are like, "Hey, your friend's got a tattoo. Get out of here." Even if it's like a, it doesn't have to be like a dragon or a big like back tattoo either. It can just be something like on your arm or on your shoulder or your ankle, like a little symbol, and they'll be like, "No, no, 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 get out." Middle of the night in Poland, but I can't sleep. How did I end up here? Not idea. So hello. So hello, game is great by the way. Thank you. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry you live in Poland, but other than that, how are you doing? That was mean, I'm sorry. I'm just joking. Everyone I've ever met from Poland has actually been very nice. In my YouTube statistics, a decent chunk of my audience, weirdly enough, is from Poland, I think. And they've left comments on videos before, and they're always very nice to me. Much nicer than my American audience. So thank you for that, Polish people. Not that my American audience treats me poorly, they just seem to be more polite to me, the Polish audience. No tattoos allowed in Japan? Question mark? Well, Jave, perhaps if they just using North. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. No, yeah, most places in Japan don't care, but it's specific areas like hot springs. If you hide your tattoo, you'll be good 99% of cases.
あそこの組じゃ殺した人間を死体ごと始末しちまうこともあった。組長のメンツ潰した俺らも。
I saw a chat. I don't want to alt tab to fucking pause the cutscene, but
そっからはどうやってその場を
I saw a chat that said, "Are you planning on making another Lethal Company video? I like your videos," and I want to say thank you. Glad you like my video. I don't know. I think in the future, if Lethal Company gets a few updates, maybe I'll come back to it after some time has passed, see all the new stuff. But I'm probably done with it for now. But I do really like it and where it's headed. So I would say after a few substantial updates, I will check back on it and see if it's real cool. Magma Fox for $2 says, this just in, Steam has delisted Spec Ops The Line. Why? For what reason? Wasn't that fucking... How do I know that name? Spec Ops The Line. I feel like I saw that from a Bro Team Pill video like 12 years ago. I think that's where I know that from. I haven't seen anything from him in a long time either. You're forced to commit war crimes. I mean, it wouldn't be the first game on Steam that has, like, you know, extreme violence or, you know, grotesque things, so I'd be surprised if it was just for that. I mean, fucking Hatred is on Steam, the game where you just mass murder people for the explicit purpose of murdering them. In fact, Hatred got taken off of Steam Greenlight for a little while when it first came out, and Gabe went out of his way to ask people at Valve about it and then messaged the developers and said, oh, sorry about that, and then put the game back up. So if Hatred can stay up, then I don't know how you cross the line. Spec Ops The Line. Ba-da-ba, hey! My name is not important. And I am going to get a job and lead a good life instead of killing people. Goodbye. End cutscene. Ironically, I have Hatred. So do I. I got it when it came out. Ran like shit on my laptop, but I tried playing it. And, it's not great. It's just controversy. It has a controversial premise and kind of amusing opening cutscene with how overly edgy it is, but the game itself is quite bland. If you are at all interested in Hatred, all you need from it is to just watch the opening cutscene on YouTube and then go play Postal 2. Mods can ban Verac for that joke. I should ban you for 10 seconds. But I can't, because if I alt-tab, it'll pause the cutscene that's been going on for 3 hours. I'm getting a strong feeling that this game is just a TV soap with occasional turn-based combat where I press E on people. Kind of waiting till I get some, like, party members and have to make some, like, team decision-making about what jobs they have for class and what moves to use, but, yeah. The dissonance between Verac's talk and the things happening in the game is crazy. Resident Path for 500 yen! Thank you! Says, holy shit, I've seen 5 minutes of gameplay and 30 minutes of complex character development that I cared nothing about. The pacing is horrible, for fuck's sake. Yeah. Yakuza has really fun moments, but the pacing is god-awful. If you want to play a video game, the pacing is god-awful. If you're down to watch a movie, it's great. It's sort of like Death Stranding in that way. In fact, speaking of Death Stranding, baby! I really enjoyed Death Stranding because I knew what I was getting into. I was in the mood for, okay, I know this is a Kojima game. I know I'm gonna be watching like 3 movies in a row if I play this, with occasional walking item management gameplay in between. I actually like Death Stranding, but when I think of Yakuza, I think of beating people up and singing karaoke, and it's just talking and talking and talking and talking. It never ends. We have to talk about the people that were talking and why they were talking. That night, they put the baby in the locker, and then he got it out of the locker, and then they got the locker. He might have been okay if he didn't punch the locker, but that's not your fault. He punched the locker. By the way, do you know where I can get a plunger? I'm sorry to burden you, but I don't. You'll have to pick up that poop money off of the bathroom floor and go buy a plunger yourself with your poop hands. I'm sorry, Kasuga. Is this how Japanese Yakuza people are born? Yep. Yep. You get found in a locker, and then you get raised into a life of crime. Yakuza are not born, they are found in lockers. 氷川興産の組長と組員の何人かはそれから何日も死ねうちにこの町から消えた。I'm so sick of game localizers messing up the translation. Thank you, Verac, for better translation. I'm laughing because I'm imagining someone who tuned in like 2 minutes ago being like, poop hands, plunger, what is he talking about? Watch the stream from the beginning, and you'll get it. You're welcome, you're so welcome. These are the perks of learning Japanese, is that you get to really understand what they're talking about and ignore it anyway. In favor of finding plungers and pooping. Excuse me. Oh, Jesus. And earning mad cash while beating people. True, yes, money. Money flying everywhere. The moment you punch somebody, money flies out of them. I love that in Yakuza 0. That's essential. John Yakuza. Would you ever make a video or stream Stalker? Yeah, I like the Stalker games. I haven't played all of them, but from what I've played, I've enjoyed. I have multiple people who have sent me these giant overhaul mods for it as well, and seems like they're really fun. It's just like it's a lot to get invested into. It's kind of like when I think about starting One Piece, I'm like, oh man, I know if I get into that I'm gonna go into a time warp for like 6 months. That's how I feel when I look at these giant Stalker mods. But I might play, I don't know why I said it like that. I could see myself playing a vanilla Stalker a little bit. I feel like I'm being waterboarded with cutscenes. Yeah. This is why, in Baldur's Gate, they let you occasionally... In fact, a lot of RPGs do this, but Baldur's Gate is a recent example. They'll have a lot of talking, and cutscenes, and in reality, the player's dialogue choices during these cutscenes most of the time have no actual impact on what happens, but every, 5 or 6 sentences, they put in a little dialogue option for the player to pick just to wake them up and make them feel like they're actually doing something and, like, part of the story, you know? It's nice sometimes. Keeps me focused. Can I go to karaoke yet? Does this game have karaoke? I assume it does. I'd be really sad if it didn't. Did you hear that XQC tried the new Like a Dragon game but didn't realize it was turn-based? I did hear about that. I was getting sent some stuff by my friends who play Yakuza. They were sending me links to different articles and to people on the internet and, you know, Reddit and other places being like, I can't believe they chose this fucking guy. Chat, what's happening? Chat, punch people in the chat. XQC is a fucking... I do not like him. I find him extremely annoying. Yeah, I can't believe they picked him. The fact that he didn't know it was turn-based is not a sin in and of itself, because I think it is a surprise if you aren't familiar. In fact, I've been looking forward to the turn-based aspect. I like Persona 5. I wanted to play this so I could play some cool turn-based. I wanted some party management, get some different characters, see what different moves they could do. Could I get like a support character? And they could do funny things with it. Get like characters who are, you know, they're a support, but they just like throw onigiris at you. Like, that'd be cool. Onigiri, bomb. And then you get like 100 health. Do some weird funny shit with it for the Yakuza universe. But so far, all I'm getting is talking! Based. Yeah, I'm not afraid of saying it. I think XQC is some of the worst content on the internet. Same thing with Hassan Piker. Some of the biggest streamers in the world get away with just streaming other people's content and passing it off as a reaction while they go, like, make chicken nuggets in the other room. It's not good. I don't like it. If I ever did reaction content, I would want to react to it. You can do reaction content in a good way. It's not impossible. The way to not do it is to leave the fucking room. All you will get is talking and mastercrafted cutscenes, and you will love it, damn you! Be a good boy and wait your turn after the dial. We have turn-based combat. Now where's turn-cringed combat? Turn-cringe combat was when I was fighting the guy with the big hammer, where they were playing him up like he was going to be a huge threat, and then he falls over on his ass like 3 times in a row. A good man. Oh, thank you, Jay. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not quite a boy. A little too old for that. But I got the tone. I got the condescension well enough. Thank you. I was a young baby who never moved any of my arms or my legs. I saw the world in still frames that rotated as 3D models. Present Pat for 200 yen, thank you. Says, there's one karaoke bar in Yokohama. I don't know when it is. Thank God. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know about that. Okay, so if we can just get to Yokohama, I'll be satisfied. Thanks for the 200 yen. There's that old bitch. There's that old bitch. None of them gave me a plunger. Would you ever stream Ready or Not? I've heard good things about that game, but from what I've seen, I want it to have a little bit more content before I jump into it, I think. It looks like it has something good going, and I want to see more of it before I put both of my feet into the water, so to speak. Stop! What are we doing? Did you see that? We're just going back and forth. What is the point? There was no meaningful emotion or anything happening there. We're just zooming in on his... This is meaningful. I just meant that, like, second there where he lit it, and then it stops on a still frame, and then it stops on his face, and it's just his wide eyes. It's just, fucking get on with it. Oh my god. Please. Just... Oh, God. Okay, listen, if I was making this game, I would just take all of this good story stuff, but put it, like, toward the middle, or near the end of the game, like, restructure it a little bit. This is way too much front-loading of cutscenes and dialogue. Like, I'm just imagining the average person picking this up not knowing that it's Yakuza, not knowing that there's all this dialogue, and being like, I'm never playing this ever again because there's not even a video game. Like, imagine picking this up as like a teenage guy who wants to get into the Yakuza series and being like, oh, I'm gonna play it with my friends today, and you all sit down in front of the Xbox and you pop this in and you're just watching the still frame movie for like 4 hours. You gotta put this later when you're a little bit more invested, you know?
カスが一番ってガキだ。今うちで柄を押さえてる。返して欲しけりゃ荒川の組長が直々に取りに来い。
Oh, Jesus.
会ったこともねえ荒川なんて男が。
Okay, I haven't done this yet, but I'm getting desperate for gameplay. Coffee grounds for snorting for $2 says title earned, survivor of cutscenes. Survivor's fucking right. Thanks for the $2, man. And the new title. Resident Path, member for 1 month, says just watch a movie at this point, it'd be over quicker. How long have I been streaming? It's been 1 hour and 50 minutes. That's just about a movie, ain't it? Skip the cutscene into another cutscene. Oi, oi. Oh my god, he almost started it the way I thought he would. He didn't say oi, he said oh. Hi, we're stereotypical shithead bullies. We're going to steal your lunch money and maybe molest you. That's not good. If only a protagonist came over here and beat the shit out of us. Magma Fox for $5, thank you. Says, I fear the westernization of Japanese media will cause the divide between the US and Japan to grow. Not the corporates, because they're allowing it. It's a very, very complicated issue, for sure. For sure. Trying to think of what my opinion on it is, because there's a lot of different things to say about it, but my experience living there quite recently was that a lot of the westernization of Japanese media, I think it is happening, but it's not happening quite to the degree that people are making it out to be right now because of the most recent Yakuza thing. Ironically, part of the reason that it's blowing up so much right now is that it's the American, instead of Western, I'm just gonna say American in this case. The Yakuza series is quite popular overseas, and that is not the case for a lot of Japanese series. So, ironically, it's kind of our impression of the westernization of the media, and we're not seeing all of the other Japanese media that basically just stays in Japan. Because how would you? It stays in Japan. So, what I'm trying to say is, it is happening, but I don't think it's quite as bad as people are making it out to be right now. Very pointed opinion, I know, but just wanted your opinion. Yeah, and I don't think you said anything wrong, by the way, Magnifox. Not disagreeing with you. It's just there's a lot to say about it. Cultural exchange is good when it's not top-down. I agree. I agree. As someone who lived and worked there, I enjoyed teaching people about American culture and learning about their culture, and we all had a good time, made lots of good relationships with people. You know, that's when it's at its best. It's when you can do it organically. Yeah, man. I mean, it's just the whole modernizing and localizing instead of translating as intended. Yeah, I agree. That's what I'm saying, like, it's a little bit of a vague thing, westernization. Like, I don't know if people really have a good definition for it, and the ones that do, I'm not sure that they're using the same definition as other people. Everybody sort of has their own idea of what that means and what that looks like and what it would cause. And, in my mind, what I'm seeing is some cringy localizers who are not translating the way that they should, and they should probably be fired. And that's pretty much the extent of it. I don't think it goes a whole lot deeper than that. But if they don't get fired, or if they keep getting work and keep making things stupid, I mean, then it can obviously continue into a bigger problem. Or instead of getting fired, they could just, you know, translate things more accurately. I don't want to be reminded of reality when I'm trying to escape from it. Understandable. Understandable. I think a lot of people feel that way about their favorite hobbies, and it is always annoying to see people who want to try to ruin that in some way. All beer is super beer if you're broke. I thought I saw that. I was talking, so I didn't process it. He said super beer. Oh, you know why it says that? It's probably because they're trying to make it like Asahi super dry, but they don't want to outright show the brand because they can't. It's not super dry, it's super beer. Super dry is a beer, but we're not going to say the name outright. Okay, Club Sega. Let's go to Club Sega. I would like to do something. Maybe something that is not a slot machine that I have to download from the Steam store. Sure are a lot of cops out for a holiday. Well, yeah, cops are usually out even more on holidays because people are drunk everywhere. That's not unusual. In fact, it would be weird if there wasn't. Am I supposed to be avoiding the cops right now? See, this is where I, as a player, was not paying attention to the cutscenes because there was just, frankly, way too much fucking talking. So, it's my fault that I don't know what's going on. But I also just kind of don't care. Coffee Ground said, I remember the orcs as black people, and I couldn't just wrap my head around how you came to that idea. Oh yeah, there was that whole debacle about, like, there was some sort of argument between, like, people making videos saying like, orcs are obviously supposed to be indicative of black people in fantasy media. And I remember, like, there's a bunch of black content creators I followed and people on Twitter and YouTube being like, wait, what? you see us as orcs? Like, what do you mean by that? What? It's so fucking weird. Also, I'm pretty sure I saw one of these guys kick a traffic cone into another one for... It just did to me for 1 damage. Oh. Alright. Let's take out this guy first. Get him one at a time. Never trust an elf. Yeah, alright. Ooh, finally dodged. I guess I hit it at the right time. Oh, perfect guard, bitch! Stabbed 3 times, 15 damage. Yeah, welcome to Yakuza. I say this as a black person. No, they're not. If you have that idea, I'm not going to have a good opinion of you. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think people who see fantasy characters, fantasy races as like one-to-one depictions of real life people, it's a little misguided at best. And a lot more at worst. Blue Dragon gifting 5 membership. Thank you, Blue Dragon. Welcome. Don't know if you've been watching for a while or if you just joined. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for the 5 drafts. Oh, I see Dez got caught in that. I don't know if it was that one or someone else, but get fucked. And Resonant Path gifting 5 memberships as well. Drafting. Thank you. Got Blue Dragon, then we got Resonant Path. Thank you both very much. Getting a bunch of people. Oh, back to cutscenes. I love that little emoji thing. Draken. I think I've seen you do that a few times, where you do the pet order and then the 5 drafted after. And Magma Fox! Gifting 5 as well! Keeping the drafts going. We got 15 in a row, baby! Woo! Thank you, Magma Fox. Oh my god, so much exposition. I just don't care anymore. Please let me get another party member or do something turn-based in this turn-based combat video game. There's too much. There's too much talking. I'm sorry, Yakuza fans, but it's just too much at the beginning. Space it out a little bit. The pacing is so bad. Wait a minute. Oh, I can't breathe. And Coffee Grunts for starting, gifted 5 memberships as well. We got 20 going, baby! Thank you guys for gifting all these memberships, drafting people, keeping my sanity as we talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. Thank you, Coffee Grunts, for starting. And Magma Fox for $2, was it? Let me scroll up real quick. Said, remember to link your Discord to your YouTube. That's right. That's right. You can get into the Verac Discord. Just link your YouTube to Twitter. To have a membership, we can get on Patreon for $1. And Old Jave gifting 1 membership as well. Thank you, Old Jave. Then we got, what was that, 21? Topping it off to 21, baby. Thank you, Old Jave. I'm pretty sure you got another 45 minutes before you get to play the game. It's a crazy long prologue. Oh, Jesus. No more! I just wanted... It's not that Yakuza has a bad story. I could be interested in these characters if I got to actually, like, be in the video game for a little bit. But I keep expecting to be able to play, and then the controls are they're wrestled away from me, as I have to watch another cutscene. Oh, man. It's Jave now, Vinny. You don't understand. It's Jave. Tonkotsu ramen onegaishimasu. Wait. This isn't a ramen place. This is, fuck, what is it called? I love this food. I'm blanking on the name right now. Gyudon? I think it's gyudon, yeah. It's like seasoned, beef with rice. It's very simple. It's cheap, but oh my god, it's satisfying. Just the flavor they use. Yep. Udon nami! Yep, udon. It's a cutscene place! Yeah, right. Oh, enough with the fucking flat. I don't need it! For the family, completed chapter 1. Hey! Chapter 1. Hopefully that means I get to play a video game now. Bro, that sounds so tasty. Oh yeah, I love gyudon. Gyudon is so good. Gyudon is cheap, but it's satisfying and it's good. It's like, you know, in America, you want to have a grilled cheese. It's cheap, it's satisfying, it's good. Same thing there. Or it may be a better equivalent since it has meat, is like a grilled ham and cheese, you know? It's awesome. Queef. No! There's still another chapter of cutscenes. I hope you're lying. What? That meme about skipping cutscenes in a Yakuza game is real. I think I know what you're talking about. Like you skip like a super dramatic cutscene and then suddenly you're playing go-kart. Yeah, Verac skipping the overwhelming cutscenes and soon asking why he's delivering milk mounted on a bear with an idol costume. This is really the longest opening of all Yakuzas? You won't be playing it properly for a while? Oh god. Here I went thinking, oh, I'm gonna go into it blind. I want to see some cool... I want to have some turn-based combat that's different from the regular Yakuza series. I want some story interlaced with it, some party members that I can get attached to. No! There's no party members! It's all Eric Andre, and he's looking for a plunger, and no one will give him one! And now we're somebody else in prison. I just don't care anymore. Everyone's saying bread, and I probably just skipped it. Or is this it right here? Hi, this. Bread on plate with milk. Bread scene. Why is everyone so hyped for the bread scene? Yay! Low poly bread! Woo! Yeah, baby! Bread! It's clipping into his finger a little bit, you see that? Now it looks okay. You skip this, we riot. Well, everyone seems really hyped about the bread, so I'm summoning my patience. I'm willing to see what this bread is all about. Not the dramatic music sting with the chewing of the bread.
外で待ってくれている人がいるなら帰
Come on.
ろこれ以上信じた人を悲しませるな
So over dramatic. This is like one of those fucking it reminds me of those. You ever seen a clip of that, like an Indian TV soap opera where they have like someone walks into the room and then it's like, and you get the music sting as the camera like zooms in towards their face and then it goes, and they zoom in on another character's face. It's just that, but with eating bread.
大事な人からみたいだぞ
Must be from someone important. Dear Mr. President, I'm here to inquire if you know where I could get a plunger. You see, someone gave me money to buy one, but they threw it on the floor in the bathroom, and I was afraid to pick it up because I thought might get doo-doo all over my hands, and I don't want to do that. I'm a Yakuza. A Yakuza always washes his hands after he tinkles. And anyway, do you know where I could get a job? Being a Yakuza doesn't pay very much. I just sort of punch people and listen to people talk, and there's a lot of cutscenes, and I don't know what's going on anymore. Signed, yours truly, Eric Andre. I'm gonna take this opportunity to take my headphones off for 2 seconds and crack my neck. Oh. Oh, Jesus. Woo. Oh, baby. Woo. All right. Here's the deal, chat. Here's the deal. How much you want to bet that I'm gonna go to the bathroom and I'm gonna take a what they call in the Yakuza a hiss. And when I come back, this cutscene will still be playing. How much you want to bet? All right, we good? All right. I'm gonna. I don't even care. I'm not activating a BRB screen. This is just a movie. I have no reason to be here while it's going. I'll be back. Okay, I'll be right back.
バカなことして3年も長く待たせちまって本当にすみませんお待たせしました春日一番ただいま帰りましたあれどうしてまあ年々暴対法の締め付けが厳しくなってるからな出迎えを控えるのも無理はないさ親分衆が高級車で出迎えなんて昔の話だ手紙にはちゃんと書いてあったんすけどね最近はみんなそんなもんだぞさあ早く行けはいお世話になりました誰も来るわけねえじゃねえかこのバカがはあ18年も無所入ってると世間知らずになるのは当たり前だが一度も面会に来ねえ親を未だに待ち続けてるとはたまげた精神力だな春日一番誰だてめえ神奈川県警でか昔はな 今はしがない免許センターの職員だ。もう定年も間近の。なんで免許センターのおっさん
Well, what do you know? It's still fucking going!
早速取り直せってか。最近はそんな面倒まで見てくれんのか。そうじゃない。俺はお前に用が。
Sorry guys, I just wanted to do my best Hassan and XQC impression by leaving the stream. The difference being is that when they do it, they're insulting a small content creator who spent a lot of time making a really well-made video essay and not crediting them with who made it. And in this case, you know who made it. It's a Yakuza video game. You can find it. It's on the Steam store. And also, it never fucking ends! Well, okay, you win the bet, incoming members.
町の有名ソープ桃源郷で産み捨てられ、以来店長の春日二郎に引き取られ、店で働くソープ嬢たちに育てられた。
Oh my god, it's so fucking hot in here. Hold on. How did it get so hot in here? The thermometer's not even hot.
東上会系アラカ組構成員として大した活躍もないまま、8年後、同じ東上会系組織の幹部を射殺。2001年1月1日、カムロ署に出頭。
Vinay gifting a membership! Man, I should leave the stream running more often. I can see why they do it. Thank you, Vinny. I promise I won't make a habit of it. Oh. Just with stuff like this, where it just goes off. Thanks for drafting, Vinny. Yes, that's right. Use code Verac, don't forget. Can I get some bread? It's cold down here in the art dungeon? You'll get your bread when you finish drawing. You finish that project for me, that little, you know, that model, perchance, and we'll see about some fucking bread. Till then, it's that scene where they were beating the guy in the room, in the prison, beating him up. That's Dez right now. I'm beating the shit out of him till he gets it done. Verac, I love this game, but it really has another 2 chapters of cutscenes before you actually play the game. What? No! You're kidding. You're joking. Yay! At least he got his iconic Andre hair. I actually love it. This is what it means to be a Yakuza. I found my ninja way. Okay, I like that guy. I like that guy. No, why is he so pissed about it? Just buzz it off. It was shorter before. Just go back to that. It's not like you wanted it longer and she fucked it up. You don't even get classes unlocked for another 3 chapters? Oh. I can't take it anymore. I'm gonna give this another like 10 minutes, and unless it does something really funny that keeps me hooked, I'm done. I'm sure the story is really compelling, but it's not compelling to me as a player when you front load it so heavily. If I knew I was going into a movie theater, I would probably be more invested, but I feel like I keep getting tricked, like, oh, a little bit of gameplay, I forgot this is a video game, oh boy, I get to play, and now I'm just watching it. The English VAs I like a lot. I've heard that the English VAs for this Like a Dragon game are actually decent, but I haven't listened for myself.
Though fluent in 3 languages, Japanese has always sounded so alien. It's a fun language. It's really different. It's basically English but backwards in grammatical structure. Japanese is how I learned how to roll my R's as well. Ora! I played 18 plus games. True. Video games! Can I get like a new ability, new skill? No, we're just doing this again. And there's no downside to just using this over and over because my mental points keep recharging after all this shit. I've never had to worry about that. I'll just do the same move over and over. Okay, oops, I took damage. I should have parried, but I have so much health that it literally doesn't matter. Good night. He tried taunting me. You idiot, don't you know this is a turn-based game? Damage or bust. What, you playing fucking Pokemon using Tail Whip and shit? You never use Tail Whip. You just tackle over and over, then you beat the shit out of Kiryu! Yosha, Katsuna! Spanish and French get the chicks, though. Depends on where you are, honestly. Depends on where you are. I'll say, Japanese has come in handy many points in my life. Job experience, lol. Yeah. It's his job experience as being a professional mash puncher. It's probably come in handy often because you lived in Japan. Just a thought. I was talking about with what he said, with getting the chicks. A lot of girls like Japanese. Because people our age are weebs. If you're in college right now, learn some Japanese and walk up to the nearest girl and say, "Hey, do you like Dragon Ball? Do you know Baka Mitai?" And they'll go, "Oh my god, you're so hot." You'll have an in instantly. It takes a lot to admit that a game you really wanted to play just isn't for you. I was like that for Elden Ring. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I enjoyed Elden Ring. I didn't think it was quite as good as Dark Souls 1 and 2. I think I like those a little bit better, but I still think Elden Ring was a really good game. This is one of those cases where I really thought I was going to be enjoying this game a lot more, but the pacing is just awful. I didn't know it would do this. Maybe if I knew it was so front-loaded, I wouldn't mind it. If I already knew the story and I could, like, Verac explain it to you guys real quick and skip through a lot of it. Look at them all standing exactly the same way. Speaking other languages shows a level of culture. It's true. It's true. People generally like people who can show that they, you know,
have skills and know things and can use them in applicable situations, or at least be funny with it. So no matter what the language is, you can kind of add that to your repertoire. I will say, when I was in college and dating around, there's a lot of girls that really liked the fact that I knew Japanese because we could watch anime, and I would say, hey, they actually said that. Those captions don't say that. They'd be like, oh my god, that's so hot. More or less like that. I may have simplified it a lot. But basically, learn a language, guys. It'll help. Yeah, this is a tough game to stream. Yeah, apparently. But at least I'm having fun. If you can order food and drinks in the language of the restaurant you're bringing your date to, it's impressive. Yeah. I saw one from Dragon Lord. Hold on. Dragon Lord, welcome to stream. Damn it, Verac, this is the wrong Yakuza game. I can't watch you since I have not played this. Have a good night, buddy. Don't worry, Dragon Lord. We're not focused on the story. But if you already left, take care. Have a good night. VeracLIVE? No, I'm telling the truth, man. I'm telling the truth. Unironically, knowing Japanese got me a few dates. It was good. It was worth it. Can recommend. The best way to learn a language is to insult people online. Ah, I see you've played a MOBA before. Speaking of Dragon Ball, Verac, did you see the new fighting game? I did not. I know Fighters, which I think is probably the best Dragon Ball game ever made. A lot of Dragon Ball games are not very good, so I would be curious to see what this most recent one was. Learned English, and it's helped a lot growing up in America. You don't say. At what age did you learn Japanese? Oh, that's a good question. I think I probably started dabbling in it when I was a teenager, but unironically, watching anime helps a little bit if you grew up on it or if you watch it now, because just getting the language in your head as you're listening to it can kind of help understand, like, what you're processing, if that makes sense. It's not going to teach you the language outright, but listening practice is always good, no matter what it is. Verac, those dates were only femboys and we know it. No, that was just a couple of them. Most of them were girls. There might have been a couple femboys in there. I don't want to get too into it. Those kind of stories are not meant for this stream. I can call someone a bitch in German. Does that make me bilingual? Yes. Yes, if you go play a competitive video game, that means you're bilingual. All you have to do is insult them in the public chat, and you're bilingual. I had to take a year of Spanish for high school, but nobody told me it was only a year. So I did pretty good the first year, and then dragged my feet through another 2. Yeah, when you have to do it for school, you're never as invested, you know? Like, I learned Japanese because I wanted to, and I was way more motivated. But I also did some Spanish and French during my schooling, and I liked French. Spanish was okay, but neither of them, like, gripped me the same way. Verac after hours stream, man. We'll see. I have to go eat. See y'all. Hope you eventually get to play a game, Verac. Me too. See you, SuperChats. Learn German and replay Signalis. Isn't... correct me if I'm wrong. Doesn't Signalis, isn't it like a mix of... Doesn't it have a bunch of German and a bunch of Chinese as well? I feel like I remember seeing a bunch of Chinese characters and German as well. I'd be curious to see if you were fluent in Chinese and German, if Signalis is like a totally different experience. That'd be interesting. Need to get better on Spanish with the new Argentinian stalker next time. Yeah, I saw that in the Discord. I saw those videos you sent. If it's the ones I'm thinking of, I thought looked really cool. I didn't really, I didn't have captions on if there was any, so I don't know if I remember what they said, but I remember thinking visually it looked really cool. Latin American memes are a treat and you guys are missing out. That's your reason to learn Spanish. I've seen a few, and people who know Spanish show them to me and translate them. And I agree, there's some really good Spanish memes. I'm getting tired trying to pay attention to the game. Me too! Verac should do a talk stream like Space Ghost Coast to Coast. I love that show, Hallucination. I absolutely love that show. One of my favorite moments from that show is when fuck, what's his name? I forget the character's name. He's like a bug man. He's like a big mantis guy. And he's just like sitting at a table and he's like, hey, check it out. Every time I move my arm, it costs the Cartoon Network $5. And then he starts moving his arm up and down really rigidly and laughing. Ah, we've done a time jump. People are vaping now. He was in jail for that long. If you know Norwegian, then the second act twist of the thing is ruined. That's true. There's probably a lot of movies like that that don't have captions because they're made with the intent of like, oh, a mostly English-speaking audience is going to watch this, so this language is intentionally not being translated to like keep suspense. You know, I noticed something. I was watching, when it came out, the, what was it, the second Spider-Verse movie, the one with Miles Morales. And I remember thinking it was an enjoyable movie. You know, say what you want to say about the characters or the plot or whatever, but the animation and the visuals of those movies are so fucking crazily good looking. But something I noticed that kind of like took me off guard was that there's a part in the movie where they go to India, and the Indian language has subtitles. But whenever they speak Spanish in the movie, like when Miles' family is talking to each other, they never have subtitles for it. I just think that's a very, like, bizarre decision to make. Like, what if you're gonna... Why do it for one but not for the other, you know? This game does that, actually? What? What do you mean? Like for, languages other than Japanese? There's a Mexican movie where if you know English, it spoils the twist villain. Yeah, there's probably a lot of things like that. He was in there long enough for Monster Grow Quest to come out. He has no idea. I don't know what that's in reference to, but... gameplay. Whoa, improvements, people, improvements. Oh, by the way, I'm in a new area. Karaoke! Please, where? God. No, just... Oh, well, hold on. Maybe the cops aren't in the way now? Can I actually... If I go this way, can I go to this Sega Club? Virtua Fighter. Virtua Fighter 5. Fantasy Zone? Space Harrier. Huh. Okay. Virtua Fighter 2. Let's try it. I was always more into Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, so I'm not super familiar with Virtua Fighter. I've watched the gameplay of it. I don't think I've played it myself. And I'm in... There we go. Kira, Pai, Lau, Wolf, Jeffrey. From Fresh Prince? Kage, Sarah, Jackie, Shun, and Leon! I'm sure it's Lion, but he looks like Leon. What? I ran out of time, I guess. What the fuck are the controls for this on mouse and keyboard? Oh, Jesus. Okay. I and K and spacebar? Oh, okay, so it's just punch kick. There isn't light or heavy? Okay. I, K, and spacebar. Why I and K? Why choose two letters that are above each other? How about J and K, or I and O? Why? Whoa! They got Halo jump! I want to grab. Give me a grab. Oh, that's block, is it? Yeah, it's block. Okay. Woo! I'm so good! Yeah, I know. Real Yakuzas use gamepad. I could have used the controller, but I didn't feel like it. I used the controller for Yakuza 0, but I don't know why. Something about it, I was just like, it's turn-based. It probably doesn't matter as much. I have time to think and choose my moves anyway. Nope. Turns out you don't need a controller at all. You can just play the game by watching it on YouTube. Virtua Fighter. Now the real game starts. I like Kage. I like this character. This is good. Ooh, I'm so good. Ooh, I'm so good. There's something about character in a game that name changed depending on the language. If it was in English, it was in Korean. I don't remember what the other languages changed it to, but this one's in English. That's something you see in stories pretty frequently. Like, it's something you'll see in anime a lot, actually. Like, so for example, in Japan, there are a lot of English phrases that people use when they're trying to sound like, oh, I'm, you know, I know some English words, I'm, you know, worldly, where people will use them in anime once in a while, but when you're translating that to English, you can't literally just have them use the English word, otherwise it doesn't get the point of the scene across, that what they're trying to express. So a lot of the time it'll get translated to a different language from English, like, here's a common example I've seen in anime. It's very common in Japan, especially for younger people, when they're saying bye to one another. Especially, like, girls, they'll say bye-bye in English, instead of saying, like, matane or sayonara or anything like that. They'll say bye-bye. So, in anime, in English, obviously you could just have them literally say bye-bye, but you want to get the idea across that they're using a different language and trying to seem like hip. So sometimes I see that translated as like ciao or, you know, adios or something like that, which that's where you get into the issue of like, well, you can't literally translate it, because if you do, you're losing the intent behind what the character is trying to do. Like, they're not just saying bye-bye in English, they're saying bye in a way that shows like, oh, I'm not speaking Japanese, I'm cool. So when you translate that, you have to switch it to something else. Anyway, big Verac Japanese tangent. Virtua Fighter time is done. Time for the real video game. The movie. Just don't add the subs on the bye-bye. I was talking about more for the dub. Like, if you're trying to dub it into English, you lose the meaning if you just keep it all as English, because then it doesn't get the point across that they were trying to use a different language to be hip. But for subs, yeah, that is something you can do. Or in the subs, you can just literally type out bye-bye, you know, it's sort of a different thing. The, you know, then it gets into a question of whether you should use dubs or subs or whatever. And I've always been more of a fan. Okay, here's my brutal honesty when it comes to sub versus dub. Everything that I watched growing up in English on TV sounds better when it's dubbed in English, because that's the way I'm used to it. And everything else goes to subs. When I hear Naruto or Goku in Japanese, it sounds weird to me. I'm used to their English voices, so therefore the dub is better. But for everything else, I typically use the subs. Which is funny because the Japanese are also huge Francophiles. Yeah, there's a lot of like French-styled restaurants in Japan. There's also a lot of Italian ones. I think that's why people use chow for bye-bye sometimes, because it does still kind of have that connection to Japan. A lot of Japanese restaurants in Japan that have giant fucking Italian flags on the side of the building to let you know that they sell pizza and pasta. Happened the same with Latin America and DBZ. The context was a character turning into a monster, which had happened before as well. And normally they got a different name. In his case, the name was basically just his name with the word distorted. Ah, interesting. Okay, going to go to... Oh, wait, let me buy something. I want to use the vending machine. Apple Defense. Muscle soda. Kiwami drink. A mysterious beverage. Wow, it's just like Yakuza Kiwami. Sure. Just for the hell of it, I want a drink. Is this anything different? Boss. That's an actual brand of coffee. Very common in Japan. They must have a deal with them. Man, I bet Yakuza makes bank over the fact that they can get a bunch of these real-life brands like CC Lemon. That's a real one. I've had that. It's actually quite good. Boss, Suntory, Green Dakara, green tea from whoever this is. I don't think I've seen or had this one before, but they probably make bank off of these placements. And all they gotta do is name it that and use a JPEG. Nice. Let's get some bots. The best kind of American. Were there any overly American restaurants in Japan that were trying very hard to sound American? Yes and no. America and Japan have such tight bonds already that it's not like an exotic thing that would need its own restaurant. You just get little bits and pieces of it everywhere. Like, you know, you'll go to like a restaurant that specializes in foreign food, but a lot of it is like, you know, cheeseburgers and stuff. There were like specific cheeseburger places I went to that were like gourmet and not like cheap cheeseburgers that were kind of like that. But I feel like I more frequently saw it with countries that Japan still considers quite exotic to them, more like Italy or France. There are also just straight up American restaurants there because we have global chains. So, you know, you can go to Domino's. Or McDonald's. I wonder which ability I'm going to use. He got stunned? I didn't even know it did that. It's the first time it's happened, I think. Man, what a hard boss fight. I sure am glad that I got really invested in all the dialogue right before it happened.
川のおやさんが近江に寝返って登場会ぶっ潰したってのはマジなのか。
I've told this story on stream before, but I was really amused the first time that I went into a Japanese convenience store, just talking about, you know, American restaurants or American food. Sometimes at convenience stores in Japan, you can get a fucking enormous corn dog, and it'll be labeled on the menu as in English, big American dog. Or in the Japanese phonetics, big American dog. And it's a corn dog, all right, and it's huge. Just like mine. I remember friends of mine in Japan who had been to America, they were always like astounded by the size of like portions they would give you at places. Like, they'd be like, I went to McDonald's in America and I asked for a medium and they gave me a soda larger than I've ever seen in my life.
Huh?
Be like, yeah, that's just the way it is. God bless America. I don't know what that means at the end. Usas? I don't know what that is. How have I played 18 plus games that have better RPG mechanics than this for how long we've been here? Yeah, it's lacking, honestly. Like, I was really hoping that they would have added, like, some new moves or a new mechanic or a party member or anything by now. This is a long... I've been playing for nearly 3 hours, and the gameplay has not functionally changed in combat at all. That's not good. This is one of those... my impression of this is that, like, you either love this story or you don't bother. Because if you don't love the way that Yakuza tells stories and its characters, you're not going to get invested in this. Oh, US. Like, USA. You're still in the prologue? Then why do they tell me I'm in chapter 2? They trick you into thinking that you're progressing and you're not. And by the way, I just want to, for full clarity here, if I wasn't playing this on stream and I knew what I was getting into, I'm sure I could take my time, get really invested, you know, watch all of it from start to finish. And there's going to be people out there who are like, Verac, you're skipping everything, and that's why you're not getting invested. No, I wasn't skipping it for the first, like, 2 hours, and it was like that the entire time. I'm skipping it now out of desperation for gameplay. If it takes, if your prologue is 2 hours and the gameplay does not functionally change at all, in my opinion, that's a problem. All they needed to do was add, like, one new ability every 30 minutes, or every hour even. Give me a new ability, give me some sort of meaningful difference in the gameplay, but this is just, this is nothing. Oh, free hit. My pathing ran into a bike. So I got a free 5 damage. You haven't missed as much. Oh, you're talking to Remy, okay. I feel like I haven't missed much either, but I'm sure some people will tell me I'm wrong. I am waiting inevitably for people to find this VOD in the future and be like, Verac hates Yakuza because he's skipping. I don't. I don't hate Yakuza, and I don't hate this game. I just don't think the story is paced very well. I really want to give this game a chance, because the concept of turn-based Yakuza is such a fun idea to me, but this intro to the game is painfully long. The most important thing was the bread scene. Yeah, I'm glad we saw that. Bro kicks a motorcycle into a pumpkin. Gameplay hasn't changed. Vinny, I could do that from the beginning, it just never let me. It tells you in the very first tooltip tutorial section of the combat that you can occasionally throw objects and stuff at enemies,
The thing is, though, you can't control your movement in the gameplay. It just chooses where you're, like, shuffling around. The only reason that happened is because I happened to have the motorcycle in between me and him. Unfortunately, that was not a like, substantial gameplay difference. That was just circumstance that hadn't happened until now, but could've. I really wish that I had a button where I could be like, I want to pick up that motorcycle and smash this guy with it, but no, it sort of seems like that was just their way of solving the pathing for, like, how can we make it look like they're fluidly moving around and fighting, but when they punch each other that they don't just phase through objects. I know, we'll have them automatically kick them into each other for free damage. Honestly, it's damage that you and the enemies can't control at all. It's very chaotic, but it is what it is. Casually vandalizing bikes. Hello, I'm here now. I've been in jail for 20 years. Does anyone know where I can find a plunger? It does get better, but man. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Like, maybe I'm naive, but I'm optimistically holding out hope that this game gets really good later when you actually get to some of the, like, meat of the game. Lamau, yeah, Veneer. It's something. Oh, yeah. Is this movie still going? Yes, Resurrection, it is. Is the prologue over? No. You get to control movement in the new one. Oh, interesting. See, I think I would like that a little bit more player agency where you could intentionally, like, try to kick the bike and strategize that, but at the moment, it's just random chance whether you get that bonus damage or whether they get it on you. This has all been the prologue. Oh my god. Yes, Remy. Yes, it has. I'm 3 hours in. I'm into chapter 2. The game tricked me by telling me I was out of chapter 1. But according to chat, I've still got prologue for at least another, you know, chapter and a half, maybe. I wonder what ability I'm going to use. Just to mix it up, I'll intentionally use my shittier ability. I could have killed him in one hit, but I chose not to. I'm out of MP for the first time ever. Wait a second. You mean I have to think about what I'm doing? They can kick you. What? Okay, that's new. They can kick you on the way to you attacking somebody else. Okay, that's something. I didn't know that till now. That's something. That's good. I was gonna attack him anyway, so he effectively wasted his turn. Okay. Okay, I better heal. It's the first time I've actually had to do this in a while. Ah, it's coffee that gives you MP. Okay, I better buy more coffee then. Finally, a fight that actually made me do something. This is what I've been waiting for. I am happy to just use an item for once. Yay! Gameplay! I had to think and use an item and not just use the same ability, instead use my default attack. Yay! I really do like his win animation. Looks so fucking crazy. That's good. He's so serious here. Gameplay, I know, right? Give me a minute, I need to eat. Don't worry, Resurrection. The cutscene will still be going when you're back. Damn good rice cakes. They are. They are good damn rice cakes. AKA jelly donuts. Nothing beats a good jelly donut. Kamuro. That's what it says on that guy's hat. On that bunny mascot.
悪いのはパイセンだって。ほら、さっさと行け。次に会ったらただじゃ済まねえからな。だが、さっきまで脅されてた人間だと思えねえな。
Have you seen Ichi the Killer? I don't think I have. I don't think I have. Learned a thing, yeah. Apparently I got charismatic persuasion. I did see that in the level up screen. We'll see what the hell that equates to. Why is there gameplay in my movie? I meant like the character telling his enemy. Oh, yeah. In the middle of getting stabbed with scissors. Hold on. I need a jelly donut. Imagine that it was a Fumo. That would be a good mod. I'd like to see the giant Fumo mascot toddling off. Okay, I'm gonna play a game now. I thought you already were. Weren't you playing Power? Gameplay ruining my immersion. I don't think I'll miss a lot if I have you tabbed in the background. Probably not. This is a sort of a listening stream, but if you stop chatting, you're banned! Everyone is demanded to chat once every 30 seconds. If you don't talk for too long, you get automatically banned by YouTube. Speaking of which, speaking of talking... Banned for inactivity, that's right. I better not catch you all slacking. I go into the sewer? What is that? Is that a manhole? Okay. I'm curious what these sword and shield shops are. Let's check out one of those. Let's see, where was it? I am clear on the other side of the map. Let's see. Oh, my health and mana recharged. Charismatic persuasion. Attempt to brainwash the enemy. If successful, the enemy will drop an item and flee. Has a greater chance of success as Kasuga's charisma improves. Interesting. Okay, now we're getting something. Let's try it out. Nice. Very nice. Very cool. I'd like to try that one more time before I beat the shit out of them. There's not even, like, an animation for them leaving or anything? Aw, that's actually kind of disappointing. Yakuza is at its best when it's being really campy and, like, silly. Because it's all these, like, super serious fights going on and, like, silly things are happening, like people using knives but not dying or throwing bikes at each other. I was really expecting... Or see, like that! That is Yakuza. That's so good. Hitting people with shit like that. But... I was really hoping that if you successfully persuaded somebody that they would be like, you know, they would have some sort of crazy looking animation where they like, you know, dogeza and bow to you and like run away, you know, pathetically, or are you like making them your friend? They're suddenly smiling and they like give you a fist bump and run off or something, but it just faded to black and it disappeared. That was honestly kind of lame. I expected him to run comically. Yeah, like, at least show him running off. He can even just disappear in the distance. Like, honestly, that was disappointing. Let's get some grub. We'll go to Smile Burger. Finally, some American culture. Oh man, I love JPEGs of food. Oh my god, this costs it costs a third of my entire money. Burger too big. Just drink some coffee instead, Jesus. More mobile game combat, yeah. Unfortunately. Lol, the way you sprinted him and then attempted to persuade. Yeah, you run at him like you're gonna bash his brains in, and then you say, hey! Okay, let's check out. What is this? Ebisude, Ebisude? Ebisu. Ebisia. Oh, it's a pawn shop. I can get a hat. I can get shoes. I can get a lamp. A gas ball. Modded model gun. So you can just kill people. That's nice. Remember, Yakuza never kill people in these games. Sure, these increase our stats a little bit. Let's do that. I really hope these show up on Kasuga. I want to see him with his hat. Really? I don't get to have him wear his silly straw hat? Ay, ay, ay. Let's just see him slam it. I want to do that again. Yes, welcome to American culture. Let's see. How do I do one of these? Umai. That means it tastes good. I'm gonna be real. The only reason I've played this long now, the only reason I've kept going is because you guys have been entertaining me. I've been enjoying reading your chats and interacting. This gameplay, compared to Yakuza 0, is just not as good. To be fair, you can change clothes later. Okay. See, that's a lot of this game. It feels like there's a lot of things that make this game really cool later. After you get through the first 6 hours of nothing. See, why can't I have him wearing a silly, holy hat from a pawn shop in this cutscene? I like this guy with the jacket. I hope he doesn't turn out to be a big bad guy that I have to kill. He reminds me of a, when I was teaching, there was a Japanese old guy, a gym teacher, that he only worked part-time because he used to be a full-time teacher, but they brought him in just to say, hey, can you just teach gym and you only have to do a few classes a day? And he was fucking awesome. He was so chill, and he did not give a fuck about anything. And, like, there's this thing in Japan when you're working at most places, you know, when you enter the room, you say good morning to everyone, so most people say Ohayo gozaimasu. And when you sit down, you say it to your neighbors at your desk, and you say Ohayo gozaimasu, good morning. And he would just walk in, put his shit on his desk, sit down, and go, didn't even bother enunciating half of the syllables. He just could not be fucked. And then he would turn to me and be like, hey, Verac sensei, try this coffee, try this energy drink. And I'd be like, wow, thanks. He was a super cool guy. Oh, we'll never tell, Verac. Tatami, what do you mean by that? I've been rambling so much that I already don't remember what you guys aren't going to tell me about. Bro, you should watch One Piece. It gets good after 300 chapters, the game. Yeah. Unfortunately. There's gonna be a bunch of dislikes on this stream, and I'm gonna check it. And every single one of those dislikes is gonna be from people who tuned in for a second and heard me talking over the cutscenes because I didn't want to silently watch the Yakuza movie on a stream. And they're like, you didn't get invested in the story. I'm disliking the stream. Unsubscribe. And that's okay. They'll get over it. They're a little weak, but that's okay. That's okay. They'll get over it someday. Come back and like the VOD and say, Verac, you were right. It is too front-loaded. Have you ever played Hi-Fi Rush? No, but I heard it was pretty good. It seemed like it didn't stick around that long, but people liked it. Call the week. Eggs. Damn, I just realized that this game makes me want to play Persona. Yeah, that's why I thought I would like this game, because I enjoyed Persona 5. On Steam, Persona 5 is listed in the recommended of this game, saying, games you might also enjoy. Little did I know, whereas Persona has dialogue and then gameplay and then dialogue, and maybe a cutscene somewhere in there, Yakuza Like a Dragon has dialogue and then a cutscene, and then dialogue, and then a rendered cutscene, and then dialogue, and then dialogue, and then a fight where you mash E and use a charisma ability that makes the screen go black because they didn't want to animate him running away, and then dialogue, and then repeat. It's on Game Pass, and you got Game Pass. I love Hi-Fi Rush. True. I could check it out on Game Pass. Currently, no dislikes. Well, good. Well, when all those people who watch the VOD later dislike it, they will come to their senses after they realize that this game is paced terribly. The story and gameplay might be good later, but the beginning of this game sucks. I don't know, maybe it's just not for me. Maybe it's too far to say that it sucks. To me, it sucks. I need a bit more of a balance between the gameplay and the story. Even Death Stranding had substantial bits of gameplay in between its substantial dialogue. Because it would have a super long cutscene, but then you would literally have to go walk, like, across the map. And you could go do a few, you know, little subquest things in between and try to balance and not drop all your shit on the way there. Not the most riveting gameplay in the world, but you at least had more control over the game for a longer period of time. And yes, I know, I could go roam around the empty open world and go play different, better video game, like Virtua Fighter 2, but, I don't know, feels like, cop out a little bit. You ever played Little Nightmares? I haven't. I've heard it's good. Do you think you'd be more forgiving if you weren't streaming? I'm not trying to argue in favor or against the game, I'm just curious. Yeah, and by the way, don't worry about... if there are people in the chat who love this game, in fact, I know there are people who are. Coffee said it was really good later. I don't hold it against anybody who loves this game. You have whatever opinion you want. I'm just saying what I think of it right now. Do I think I'd like it more if I wasn't streaming? Probably. But not by much. I think if this was like a dating sim, right? And the game is trying to woo me, if I was playing this offline, it would be like +5 relationship points to my dating sim meter versus what it is now. It still wouldn't be like amazing, but it would be a little better. It would be a little better, I think. If you love this game, you're banned! It shouldn't take 3 to 4 hours to get to basic gameplay loop. I agree. And it's not really a satisfying world to explore either, because it's just all product placement. Like, functionally, these food stores are the same. They just refill your health and mana, so the only reason there's so many of them is so that they can get product placement. Like, Ringer Hut, that's a chanpon restaurant in Japan. That's a real restaurant. And the store that sold me, like, that was really the only useful shop I'd been to so far that sold me some of that. The vending machines are nice, but, like, there's no reason to have all these options when they're all the same. It looks like a big map, but there's really not that much to do unless you'd rather just go play good old fighting games instead. How much is there to do in the open world when every fight is the same little guys that you just smash with the E button? That's why I liked Yakuza 0, at least spiced it up a little bit with, like, Mr. Shakedown being like a wandering boss enemy. I thought that was a fun idea. Yakuza 0 is better paced in the sense as well in its gameplay that, even when you're a low level and you don't know a bunch of crazy moves yet, you can still interact with the environment in a way that's more satisfying. You can intentionally go pick up bikes and stuff, instead of just relying on the game to figure out your movement for you, whether you get to do the cool thing or not. All show, no substance, says Magma Fox. I don't know if I'd say there's no substance, but it's very little. This is very little. Like I said, I've been told there's a lot of substance later, but the pacing is what's off. Visual novel, saw this reading would be more justified, yeah. Yakuza Like a Dragon is the best game ever today! A person pretending to play on their phone while actually filming themselves with their actual phone. Virtual novels are a valid genre. Yeah, I agree. Have you played any Postal games? Yes, I played Postal 2. Postal 2 is fun. It is irreverent, edgy, 13-year-old humor, and I love it for it. It's just you know what to expect from that type of game. Yeah, like, virtual novels have a visual style and other indicators that when you get into it, you know that you're there to read. Like, I do feel a little bit tricked by this. I was thinking, oh, Yakuza, there's going to be a lot of fighting, and really it's more character drama, which isn't bad, but maybe it's just not for... Maybe it's just not for me. I was talking about the world, not the gameplay. Oh, yeah, then I agree with you. There's like, almost no substance at all. You might as well just have one restaurant and one vending machine, functionally speaking. Obviously, that wouldn't... I like that the world is filled out, but when they're all sort of functionally the same, it's like, why even bother? Sorry. Almost job 3. Woo. Very low energy. Woo. It's the drunk girl. Woo, but much more understated. Woo. Feel like this is why I like Souls from soft games. Cutscenes are few, but impactful and lots of environmental storytelling. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think Yakuza 0 is a lot more balanced about that kind of thing as well. I can't speak to the other Yakuza games, but Yakuza 0 will have some pretty lengthy cutscenes, but then you get to really wail on some people. Like, you run through a whole building and you're in a gauntlet, like, throwing people out of windows and shit, smashing them on environmental structures. This feels so much more rigid and not in a good way. Speaking of virtual novels, Verac, have you played Katawa Shoujo? I have! I have. Way back in the day. Way back in the day. Ironically, I always thought the girl with the pink hair and the drills was the hottest, but if you romance her, bad things happen, which is always unfortunate. Whoa, nice joke. Or is the most normal girl bad? Yeah, I actually really like some of the other girls. I like the track girl, the one without her feet, who's like a athlete. There's the deaf girl with the blue hair. There's the girl who was in a, what was it, a house fire. I actually like the entire cast, but if I like all of them at like a, you know, an 8 out of 10, the pink hair girl for me was a 9 out of 10, and I was like, oh, I want to date her. But if you do, it's a bad ending. Am I the only one that saw the guy clip through the pillar? No, I noticed that too, but I was so busy thinking about Katawa Shoujo that I didn't even bother. Thank you for pointing it out, though. I wonder which ability I'm going to use here. Yeah, Katawa Shoujo is a surprisingly emotional game. It sort of plays itself as being a lot more comical at the start, and just on premise alone it feels a little bit like, oh, they're doing the weird niche virtual novel dating sim. But no, the characters are actually quite well fleshed out. President Path for 500 yen, thank you. Says I leave for an hour and Verac is still mad about cutscenes. Promising. Crazy how many there are. I'm gonna heart react that. Thank you for first super chat in a while, waking me up from my cutscene slumber. Thanks, President Path. I think I might have to be done soon, guys. This is getting to be too much for me. Oh. Should I play this again? Would I get to some good stuff if I played it in a second stream? Talking about that VM with Purple Ghost. Yeah, it's called Katawa Shoujo. It's a genuinely good visual novel. Can recommend. I remember being very surprised at how seriously it takes itself the further you get into it, because it was sort of, when it came out, especially, it was being hailed as this like, oh, it's being made by like 4chan people, which is why it's got like a clover logo. Like, oh, 4chan, it's gonna be irreverent, and it's gonna be about all these disabled girls, but they're gonna play it for laughs, and there are some comedic parts, but they're not like distasteful all the time or anything. It's not like blatantly irreverent, and it actually takes itself pretty seriously from what I remember. It's quite good. The characters really have substance to them. it's more than just you talk to someone and get a sex scene right away. No, there's like it's an actual like character focused story in a good way. I don't blame you. I think something cool is coming up from what I remember, but it's been a while. Well, I'm gonna... If anyone listening to this... no problem. See, this is what I was talking about earlier. This guy obviously sees himself as being, like, hip and cool, so he's using a lot of English. If anyone on the Discord wants to tell me when this game gets really good, feel free. Tell me, you know, give me chapter. Give me like, oh, chapter 3, you start getting party members and stuff. And I will consider playing this on my own time and maybe coming back to it when it's got a little more to it, but at the moment, this is like struggle session dialogue for 4 hours. It gets good when you play Signalis. I'm sure it does. Don't you fucking brief mouth me. What are you, Remy? Alright, you know what? We're gonna do treats for dog rack time, and it's not gonna be that functionally different from any of the rest of the stream, because we've been talking the whole time! I'll be right back.
ここで待ち合わせっつったのはあんただろいやちょっと腹ごしらえと思って牛丼屋になで久々に特盛り頼んだら食うのに時間かかっちまってよ俺も年だねたくお前の方はどうなんだ Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look what you did. Look what you did, Magma. Now coffee. しっかり準備できてんだろうな Bring us the dog. Bring us the dog rack. Love all the dog rack emojis. Okay, let me get at a really good angle. Let me see, can I want to do something really specific here. If I could just bring the camera in right about there. Yep, that's perfect. I want him to be really scaredly looking up at dog rack. No, wait. Yeah, there we go. He's looking up at it. All right, let me... It's not going to be paused the whole time. It's just paused because I'm checking stuff. Let's get these super chats and memberships. Starting with Media Ghost. It was $373, but I think on my phone I got a notification saying it was $5, so we'll count that. We'll count that. It was probably in some sort of non-American dollar. Scandal. Anyway, come here. Give me a shake. Give me a shake. There we go. There's your treat. Thank you, Media Ghost. Now, let's get to... There we go. Let's get the YouTube ones up here. I'm going to be going back and forth because I think it's really funny how it looks when it's moving around. Okay. We got Resident Path for 5 gifted memberships right away, right when I scheduled the stream. Thank you for that, Resident Path. Dog Rack, speak. I know it's been a while. Maybe you forgot how. Speak. Oh, I know. I know. You can hear things going on outside. There you go. She figured it out. It just took her a second. Thank you, Resident Path. Then we got Wriglick, member for 5 months. Thank you very much. Thank you for your Sunday lunch money on this lovely Monday. That's a treat for Dog Rack.
Got 5 gifted memberships from Magma Fox, baby. Thank you, Magma Fox. Hey, there we go. Thank you. And we got Radical Button for 6 months membership. Thank you very much, Radical Button. It's a treat for Dograg. I really like how it looks when it's paused sometimes. He looks so fucking concerned. Then we got Coffee Grounds for snorting for a gifted membership. Thank you, Coffee Grounds. That's a treat for Dograg. Vinay gifting 2 memberships. Thank you, Vinny. That's a 1 and a 2. Then we got Magma Fox gifting a membership. Thank you. Coffee Grounds gifting a membership. Thank you. These are treats for Dograg going right into her mouth. Treats that we bought with Gamer Sup's money, no less. No joke. Magma Fox for $5. That's a treat for Dograg. Thank you. Then we got Resonant Path for 1,000 yen, which is sort of like $10. So Dograg, I want you to stand as tall as you can go. Get up here. Oh, baby, come on. There you go. Atta girl. So tall. Thank you, Resin Path. And then you got 2 more. 500 yens. That's going to be 2 more treats for Dograg. A 1 and a 2. Thank you, Resin Path. Then we got... Oh, where did he go? Okay, he phased into the pillar. Never mind. We're good. Then we got Magma Fox for $5. No, I will not play Metal Gear Survive. Thank you, Magma Fox. Free for Dograg. Resident Path again for 500 yen and a gifted, or no, his own membership. Thank you, Resident Path. That's a 1 and a 2 treats for a Dograg. Thank you. Very generous today. Thank you, Resident Path. Speaking of generous, Magma Fox again for $5. Thank you. That is a treat for Dograg. Then, oh man, this is when we had the train. Dograg, are you ready to bark a lot? We got a bunch of 5 gifted memberships going on here. We got 5 from Blue Draken. Thank you, Blue Draken. Dograg. Atta girl. All right, then we got 5 from Resident Path. Dograg speed. Atta girl. Then we got 5 from Magma Fox. Dograg speed. Oh, wait, no. I gave it to her first. Wait, that one didn't count. Hold on. Dograg speed. Atta girl. Okay, I did it in the wrong order. I psyched myself out by doing it too fast. Then we had 5 from Coffee Grounds for snorting. Dograg speed. What's the matter with you? Speak. That was such a short, small one. You know what, Coffee Grounds? That one was a mulligan. Let's try that again. Dograg, speak. Atta girl. Okay, there you go. Thank you, Coffee Grounds. Then we got Ol Jave for a gifted membership. Thank you. Vinay for another gifted membership. Thank you. Both of those are treats for Dograg. We got 500 yen from Resonant Path. Thank you. Treat for Dograg. Hallucination for 7 months. Says, got an email at 6 a.m. today about a gifted membership. I think that was Resonant Path, so you can thank him. I still don't know what that's about, but hey, milestone. Yes, milestone indeed. 7 months. How about that shit? Thank you, Resin Path, for the super early morning gifted memberships, and thank all the rest of you. Coffee Grounds and Blue Draken, Magma Fox, Vinny, Jave. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Thank you all for your gifted memberships. Very generous today. Thank you. And last but not least, we got another super chat from Resin Path for 1,000 yen. Thank you. Says, this game is a pretty accurate representation of me getting money for super chats. I walk down the street and get ambushed by punks. Then I have to punch them into the 5th dimension. Dograg, give me a high five. Give me another high five. Other hand. All right, give me a shake, other hand. Give me a shake, the first hand. Oh, there you go. There's a treat, and just for the hell of it, I'll give you one more because I had it in my hand anyway. Just because I like you so much. Mwah. It's, to your super chat, Resident Path, it reminds me of that other Yakuza game where there's a guy who will come up to you in the Japanese version, and in English, he will say, when he's starting the fight to try to beat you up, he'll say, Hey man, what's up? Give me money, please. That's what I'm imagining. These punks coming up to you for money from, and then you beat them and get money for super chats. Funny how that works. All right, that'll do it. That'll do it for Treats for Dog Rack. Thank you all for your dog rack emojis. I like seeing the wall of them. Kasuga, Ichiban, very handsome, very concerned young man, looking around suspiciously at the end of this stream. Well, this truly has been a comfy stream. Got to spend good time, got to have some good chats with you all today. I really actually, I mean, I always enjoy interacting with you guys, but just due to how much there was to talk about with the cutscenes and stuff, I feel like I had a lot of fun just talking even today. So, thank you all for that. Thanks for spending time with me on this comfy Sunday. For real, no joke. Thanks, everybody. It was a fun time. Would not have enjoyed it as much, I think, if not for the stream chat. And yet, maybe I would have been more invested if I was playing it on my own. I don't know. Maybe I would have still lost patience. It's hard to say. But either way, let me know if you want me to try this again. Let me know if you want to see a part 2, if you gotta say, Verac, please, you have to continue, just 3 more hours, then it gets good. If I get enough people telling me that, I will consider it. But it was fun. Alright. That's it for me today. Thank you all for watching, for chatting, for spamming emojis. I genuinely do like seeing some of that. For hanging out. Thanks for listening to my inane ramblings about video games, and I hope you all have a good rest of your day or night. Alright? That's it for me. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.